Oh yeah, I think we're live. There.
Oh.
Ferguson apparently had a moment.
Yes, I forgot to put the mic stuff. But that's fine.
Not
It's still
knock
it's
him
fine.
over.
It's still good. It's still good.
Wait, we're all over here already.
I know, I was
Okay.
doing the head bob
So-
thing.
Just Bob.
Ah,
There it was.
it's scary hearing my own voice. I
Yes.
don't like it.
It's part
We're
of the
not
fun.
naturally
No.
I mean, we're not naturally supposed to hear our own voices,
As
so that's
usual,
why
I'm
you
the
feel
tiniest
that
of the
way.
group.
And then there's me and Tegan. Oh no.
It's gonna take my family.
It's gonna take a while.
I don't have the There it was.
They all just went whoop right there.
I mean, we're not naturally.
Clara, have you said anything yet?
Just the judder.
Bugs, 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 bugs.
I always
Try
get.
saying it normal too.
Bugs, bugs, bugs,
Alright,
bugs.
cool. We'll see if it
Say
shows
it
up
slowly.
in a minute.
Bugs. Insects.
Insectoids.
Just in case.
I'm just waiting
What
for
am I
Clara's
standing
voice to
on?
come through.
I think it's
Yeah, there it is. Bugs, 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 bugs.
I can't hear.
It actually sounds better when you say it normal, so that's good.
Then
I
there's
heard
us saying
All right.
Whoa, mean.
Okay.
I always get jump scared by how I forget that my voice is technically very delicate, as my mother puts it.
Oh yeah.
Your voice is delicate.
That's what my mom says, because apparently also one time I called like the student services or whatever in the morning to help me with my schedule like a semester ago, and when I hung up, she said, "Aw." I was just like, okay.
Okay.
I guess I sound enough like a child.
Well,
I was just like, oh, okay. I guess that's
says
what
that?
I sound like.
Mothers.
Yeah, it was probably a mother.
so that's sweet. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's sweet or if it's like pandering, but I think she means it nicely.
I
right?
thought she
Yeah.
meant it nicely too. I also don't think she meant for me to hear it, because it was like at the very end as I was about to click end the call.
Maybe she misses you.
Oh,
Just aw.
that could be it. Yeah. All right.
I think she mentioned something. I was like, oh, sweet things.
So, Tegan's mother aside.
That wasn't. Oh,
That's the
That wasn't.
let's not start with.
Let's not say it that way. I don't know. I'm sure she's a nice lady. Tegan's nice, so we assume that there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Though I'm sure she makes good choices along those lines too, like you all do. Anyways,
Right.
Right.
are we
Like
ready?
you all did. I'm sure you've all done good.
So with that, are we ready to recap? We got everything we need. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
So with that, So where did we start last time? Where did we stop last time? You all had a series of like a series of business to handle that was, and then there was a minor altercation that where
Minor altercation.
somebody got a little was in a heightened emotional state. It's true.
I knew that
I
was
didn't
gonna
say
be the
angry
reaction.
to the point of murder,
yeah.
did I?
Well,
that would have
almost.
been
That
worse.
was, hey, real quickly, it was attempted murder. My client is innocent.
Thank you, Tegan.
So by saying she's
My client
innocent of
pleads
murder,
oopsie daisy.
you make attempted murder on the table there.
My client pleads oopsie.
So, all that to say, you guys had a few meaningful character moments. Bella Rose got another time with toddler hangout, and
Was forcibly moved away from it.
yeah, I'm trying to remember what else. What else do you guys remember? Help
We
me
were
recap.
approaching the cabin.
We were approaching the cabin. Was the very
I
final
had a
scene.
bit of a lore drop.
There was a
Yeah,
lore drop,
lore
and what was
drop.
yours? What do you remember of that lore drop?
Amazing question. How much do I remember? Talking a bit about like the carving that she made, and talking to
right.
Gobby Wobby. That's who it was. I was about to say Baby Ka again.
Oh, no.
Do you know how many times I've
Don't jinx
accidentally
it.
almost confused their names?
Yeah,
Same.
Surprising
Gobby
amount of
Wobby
time.
and who?
baby ga.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, because I think Baba Yaga and Gobby Wobby for some reason sound slightly similar enough that I'm gonna get them confused.
Yeah.
They have a similar number of syllables.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and it's almost like sometimes when I'm naming things, I get into a rhythm and don't realize it. But yeah, so Gobby Wobby, I think she had a real name, but nobody calls her that.
I can't remember if she did have a real name.
But I guess it's a mission if you wanted to give yourself something to aim for. Is like, can I figure out her real name? But
Can I get her lore?
Can I get her number?
You have a voice.
Stop!
You have your
kidding.
own fictional.
did you and Char make any new steps along the way for the last time? Remind me. The IOU,
I
that
don't
was
think
the
that-
episode
Yeah,
before?
I think that was before.
Oh no, you did talk to Gobby Wobby
that's
again
right.
about
Oh
that.
yeah.
Wow, my brain really
I got
was
her
just gone
blessing.
that day.
Yeah, you got her blessing.
And Nikik doesn't know the significance of that.
You have to ask one of us. You have to ask someone else. if
Like,
you
what
wanna
you
know
mean I
them.
gotta ask you to get what I want?
Nuh-uh.
No.
Look, lady, I don't need nobody's permission here. Okay, does everybody have minis?
We do, but we decided to do animals today.
Okay. Cool. I'll wait till pizza gets here to put mine out. But you all, Dorvan had come back, and you guys had all completed a series of different activities, kind of a bit of cleanup character-wise, or a bit of individual moments.
Individual moment of attempted murder.
Yeah, that too.
Quit talking.
You literally
can't say it like
pointed
that
a bow
wasn't
and
the
arrow.
most
You aimed a bow
significant
and
thing you
arrow
did
and was
last time.
ready to shoot Gobby Wobby with an arrow. 6 goblins
Because you got
interceded
sparks
and
in your face.
lifted you
Yes.
off diva style of the wagon you were
Diva
on,
style.
and it was very musical-esque, like, oh, this kind of stuff. Like,
Except she was dragged out kicking and screaming.
yeah, like some Vegas showgirl.
That's not how I saw
That's
it.
not what I meant.
I'm so dumb.
I'm just recapping.
This is our version of a recap.
It's bullying me.
Well, so you're
You
saying
haven't
today
been
is
bullied
bully
yet.
Greg, not Greg bullied?
Greg bully, not Greg bully.
Okay.
Greg, there's
Greg
two.
bully.
There's two moods. Greg
I'll
bully
say
or
the
Greg
night
bully.
is still young. I'm sure you'll find something. But yeah. Okay. So with that, you all had decided to align your missions of helping the goblins find a new home, and figuring out what the deal was with this violence in the woods near the wagon that you found.
We're multitasking.
Yeah, you're like, oh, there's alignments.
We're triple tasking.
And then Dorvan and his wolf pack discovered what seems to be some sort of woods domicile. I believe Tegan had been flying up and taken a gander about at the end of the previous session, and noticed that there was a bit of smoke rising in the distance, which the wolves confirmed, and you guys traveled forward.
Yeah.
So as you and the goblins as a whole, the goblin tribe are moving forward, you all stop about, I think it was about 500 feet out. And so if you want to put yourself like on the white part of the map, and let's say it's on, Clara, roll a d4 to say what side of the board you come up on this from.
Okay. Oh, 1.
All right, so my side over in this corner is where you guys are going to enter. And so you are looking at a distance where there seem to be some, you have gotten into some rockier terrain in the forest as you traveled these miles from the waterhole that you found Squishy at? What's his name? Sploosh. I know
He
it was
is
wrong.
both,
I had to get
technically.
close to be, but
He's
yeah.
Mr. Turtle
It's
and
like,
Sploosh.
you know, I was walking it in like I was playing Top Shot.
Mr.
or
Turtle
something.
Sploosh the third.
Turtle Sploosh.
Mr.
Sploosh the turtle.
Hello, my name is Sploosh. That's not his voice. I think someone said he was a Boston.
Who she kidnapped from her mother, from his mother.
Whatever.
Look, I'm just saying you have a criminal record at the moment when it comes to children.
Kidnapping, attempted murder, a crime every session.
Yelling at
I'm
people.
like thinking back.
It's not
what was it
bullying, it's
before?
just pointing out a
assaults?
pattern.
Does that count? Does forcefully dressing someone in something
I
they
feel
don't
like
want
that
to wear?
is a crime.
I feel like that's
Harassment.
close.
It was the throwing the book at
That was one. That was in the back.
assault.
That was assault.
Unconscious people
No,
don't
she's
want
also she's
dresses.
thrown multiple
Yeah.
things at Kuro.
That's true.
Gavin makes me mad.
That
That's-
validates
look,
murder.
look,
There's a
the-
joke
I'd like
I'm
to.
ignoring
I'd
on
like
that
to
one.
point out the
Okay.
pattern that I know. Real quick, the pattern that I
No,
noticed.
you don't want to know.
Yes, I do.
You don't, I promise.
Real quick,
No, you can't
No,
say
Tegan,
that.
Tegan sing.
it's my turn to talk.
She's doing the shush hand. Did you
I
see
didn't.
that?
I didn't mean to.
Back at you.
I was
Both
gonna
of
say,
you.
I noticed that the way we normally sit is whoever sits across from them is the rival.
Oh no.
So like it's
Oh,
it's like
no.
you and Kuro
just-
fighting,
it's just
and then it's me and Nikki
Oh, yeah.
fighting.
I
That's
will
how we.
fight with you, though.
That's how we
See, now I wanna
naturally
change
do
the
it, though.
episode to Mean Girls.
See, here's the thing. I won't fight you though, because you're
I
not
know
Gavin.
that's why it's strictly across the table.
See, now we're all gonna
she's
get
not gonna
along.
fight you or Gavin. I'm not gonna fight you or Gavin.
Because it'd be crossways normally.
Yeah.
Keek versus Azara. Who will win?
Well, one of us can fly in the air.
Oh,
So,
Least of all.
anyway.
I can fly soon enough.
Not now, though.
We'll find out.
We'll find out next time. Next episode.
Yeah. So,
Where were we?
point to this?
well,
There
I'm
was a
trying to.
point.
I just suddenly realized I don't know if I saw Kaylee go, but it would be
Oh.
time if she didn't.
Well, hold momentarily.
If you want to text her.
Let's
Uh,
just Life 360 stalker.
Oh,
Oh yeah, cool.
You guys are in
as
line-
you do.
That's a
You know,
cool
our-
friend.
our-
That's a
our-
cool friend group. Okay, so she's still here. Is that what you're saying?
I think she's out to her car.
Okay.
Don't quote me.
Too late. I already told you.
Random fact: did you know if you do 10 bodyweight squats every 45 minutes, it's like walking 2 miles a day? I think, if I remember it correctly.
Where did
Anyways.
this come
Nope,
from?
she's still
too.
here because I can hear her.
Yeah. Can you text her and just text her pizza in all caps and 5 or 6 exclamation
Pizza.
marks?
Why? This is so demanding.
Please, and
Pizza
then follow
now.
up with, you can do, okay, 5 questions and then or please instead of.
Or you could say pizza now.
Pizza now.
Give me
Okay.
pizza now.
I'm sure we're good. With that, you guys are there.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah, we are there. Please, please.
nice. I like that's a good emoji. I like it. I like it. So
Kiki's reaction to my text message.
I'm just gonna sit in the moment, you know.
Bask in it.
Baskin.
In the joy.
Fun fact. Vinegaroon fact, guys, because I know everyone on the internet is so interested in this. You can tell males from females by the size of their pedipalps, which is their little grabby hands.
And that's of what kind?
Vinegaroon.
What is that?
It's a whiptail scorpion,
Oh, okay.
except it's more of a spider than a scorpion. It's called scorpion.
A scorpion.
Yeah, scorpion.
A scorpion.
The females' pedipalps are smaller, but they are wider, so they can have babies. And also, like spiders, when their babies hatch, they crawl up on their mom's back. I have
But
a
also
really
like
fat one at
possums.
home right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Added, but I have a pet
So then
one at
I
home.
guess
Everyone's sharing their
I guess
fun
the-
facts
the-
of the day.
The food ready?
yes.
Okay.
Probably a bit of it. Yeah, it's ready.
Well, you gotta tell me when it's ready.
I told you
texted
5:55. It should be ready around
You did not
5:55.
tell me that.
I absolutely go ask.
I'm
if
not listening. I
you-
just
yeah, that's
I wasn't
different. Those are two
listening.
different things.
Those are two different
And I had just
explanations.
Kiki. I just texted you.
Yeah. There's that too. Okay. Okay. So the question of the day is, what's your fun fact, internet? Dakota, what's your fun fact? Two of us have shared. Tegan, you. Okay, Tegan, what's your fun
Oh,
fact?
no, wait, come back to me, because I can only think of dark ones. Come back.
Okay.
Bats don't technically have any natural predators as much as the main factors for their endangerment is both sickness and humans' intervention. That's a slightly sad one, but it's the one that came up. Bats are my favorite animal. I love them.
I like turtles.
You like turtles, I like
Fun
bats.
fact of the day:
You
Dakota
like
likes turtles.
Dakota likes turtles.
Fun fact, Dakota loves turtles.
It works.
She got
It
a
works.
tattoo of one.
I do have a tattoo of a turtle
Good. All right. So with that,
that I'm actually gonna turn into a sleeve.
Oh, a sleeve
turtle
of turtle. Turtle sleeve.
Could turtles wear sleeves?
If so, how would they do?
I feel like they already have sleeves.
And they have like,
it's
sleeveless.
because like all that's connected.
Well, yeah.
Then it's
The
not
shell
really.
is their spine. Another fun fact: a turtle shell is
random.
basically part of their spine.
Yes.
so
It's
they're
basic.
naked.
No, it's their spine.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
their spine.
No more or less than I guess
Technically,
the peak would be.
I was gonna say,
I don't know, it'd be like
technically
a
all
Keith's
animals are
therapist.
naked.
Yeah, but she's fine with being
That's a
naked.
valid
Look,
point.
except for snails and hermit crabs, they're
And
the only ones
puppies
who are
with
clothed.
good parents.
Nikik is comfortable with her nudity.
Or not good parents.
Nikik
Puppies
is
who have-
comfortable.
never mind. Okay.
I see where the
We're gonna
point
move
was
forward
going.
here. Okay, so back to okay.
Back to the plot.
Back to
And
the-
so,
oh dear.
Who is this?
Who is
I
this?
it's just an attention-grabbing voice. So you guys roll up on this. The ground has become a little bit rockier, and as you as Dorvan and his wolves lead you forward, the forest in this area is much quieter than it usually than it has been. There are a few less birds, a few less chirpings and squirrels and things and rustlings of leaves for some reason. It seems, and there are a few more rock formations. So as you look, it's almost like there is a small ranch or farmstead area with a few natural defenses of rocks around it. But it seems to be quiet, and aside from what you all had seen a while back, as far as smoke goes and like signs of life, it seems pretty quiet. So
Can I do a basic nature check just because oftentimes when things get more quiet in the
How do you
woods, oftentimes when things get more quiet in the woods, it means there's a predator and the other animals know it. That's why they're being quiet.
Well, the wolves are here, aren't they? Maybe they're.
Well, they're
the
kind of
predator.
forced to be there, aren't they?
Yeah, but they could be the predator. That's
true.
why they're all quiet.
Well, yeah, but they've been with
true.
us before and it hasn't been like that.
I don't know. I haven't been.
I
Paying
don't
attention.
know.
So if you want to make a nature check connected
Yeah.
to presence of predators,
Or like just presence of creatures, animals, or like
predators
any
to us?
presence.
go for it.
Maybe.
Not you.
Basic perception
Well-
check on like what stores and what else is around.
Sure.
Hello. Why is my nature? As a druid? Why is nature not my highest thing? Why is it lying?
I feel like you made the characters, so.
Well, I didn't mean
I'm
to
sorry.
make it go into
That's-
lying, did
That
I?
came off more insulting than I meant for it to.
Sarcasm.
I'm
13.
sorry. I told you I'm not good at sarcasm. 13. Okay.
Greg cannot be sarcastic.
I do much better with just straight like altruism. It just works better for me as a whole. So with that, with the 13 in nature, you're taking in these things and thinking, is this a predator thing? And you know well enough that that's a possibility, but you don't have enough to feel like
Maybe.
this has to be true. It's like, maybe it could also just be like, maybe the wind did just die down. Maybe it's the rock and the rock formations changed some of the things. So part of the problem is you're having a couple different varieties of things you realize. Like it could be this is just an enclosure kind of thing. Like there's a lot. Maybe there's less cross traffic of animals. You know,
This is not
animal
the highway of
trafficking, That's not what I
animals.
said. Gosh, Dakota, why would you even suggest that? Oh, nothing at all. It's all me.
It was the eye
I didn't say
contact
it
you
was your
made.
fault. I said I was going to blame you. So yeah,
It was the eye contact to blame.
I could have gone either one of you.
Whoa.
She's just easier to.
I am.
I should probably direct comments at Clara now, because it's
Whoa,
like
whoa.
1, 2, 3.
We can share it, okay?
We can share the blame.
So really, this is just my way of drawing attention away from Gavin not being here, so you don't target
yeah.
his character. It's just me being mean, and I'm not good at it. I'm joking.
Oh,
Lore reason is just that he fell asleep in the back of one of the carriages.
again.
I like it.
Because
So-
of the concussion.
So you
That's
you
not
hop
good.
out of the wagon, and they won't let you in, and he's like, oh, that's a great idea.
They realize he has a concussion. And they're like, maybe you should get in the.
Get him for that.
Could be. So with a 13, you think there are multiple reasons it could be quieter here. Maybe it's a predator.
Perhaps.
It's possible, and you do know humans in general, or humanoids, tend to be predators, especially if they're able to kind of establish homesteads.
That's why our eyes are on the front of our faces and not on the side.
That's offensive.
That's also
That
why,
means you're a prey.
It's also why Toothless is able to be alpha in How to Train Your Dragon.
I still want to see the movie.
It was good.
Oh, I
We
need
went
to see that
last
too.
weekend. It was good.
Well, have you seen the original?
Yes, I want to
I
see
would-
the live
I would-
action again.
So
I would really
Spoiler
hope
alert,
that it's
there are
the
dragons
same.
in it.
They
How dare you?
they do a good job of the live action. I think the biggest thing is I'm
good.
so used to like the voice actors and like hearing the voices a certain way. Having the real actors doing things, it took a moment to adjust, but it was really good. I liked it.
Good to know.
And there are some parts of that movie
Good.
that are just so well written.
Look, as long as it's not like a Lilo and Stitch incident, it's fine.
Yeah,
What's
or
that?
Snow White.
I don't know.
I haven't
Or
seen
Snow
either of
White.
those.
Both
They-
of those did really
They
well.
did not drastically change.
But yeah, no, they
story or
changed
anything.
things. I know, that's what I mean.
They added
what
a
I
few
mean.
things that are very subtle. But you also wanted to do a perception check. Did you roll your dice and move your mice?
Yes.
I'm sorry, that's a VeggieTales quote. Did you?
10.
There's things in my head. You got a 10 on perception. There are a few buildings and what appears to be some sort of silo-like, whether it's a water tower or a granary, you're not sure.
Stab it, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Look,
Say stab it, we'll find out.
yeah, either green comes out or water does. You'll find out.
Stab.
It's made of metal.
Yeah, stab it with something else.
Stab it very,
Stab it
very
with a
hard.
lance or something.
So, yeah, there are buildings.
Stab it with
There are
a
multiple
spell.
buildings. It doesn't look to be like a township. It looks to be like a small farmstead. Like maybe one family, if that. But multiple buildings.
Guys, I already think this is a little shady.
Don't worry.
Just because
I
we're
got
in the
this.
middle of the woods and there's this one family that lives out here. I know that you can do that.
I
But
have
it's a
an
little
idea.
suspicious. What
You
is
know,
your plan?
At the end of the last session, if I recall correctly, I think Nikki like took off her dress so she could like better camouflage.
And to remind
you-
the internet,
wait.
Nikki doesn't usually wear clothes. She has the carapace as clothes.
That
in
just
case
reminded-
anyone's
Mouse.
confused by that statement.
That just reminded me, does the dress not go invisible too?
I don't imagine it does.
Nikki wears dresses the way other people wear winter coats.
Exactly.
I'm
yeah.
not sure that helped the situation.
Fashion.
Fashion and if she's cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
don't
she
have hair.
cold-blooded
So
technically?
she what now? Sorry.
She's taken off her dress, so
She's stripped.
She's stealthy.
yeah,
She's
she's
stealthy
in the
now.
nude, yeah. So
It's stealth mode.
right, but she hasn't camouflaged yet. She's gonna find like Char and be like, "Hey, can you hold this? I'm gonna disappear for a second. Don't freak out."
Babe, hold my bow.
Do you give him any sort of like backpack too, or do you keep that with you?
That's a good question. Have I been just camouflaging with the backpack
Yeah,
on?
you've just been basically camouflaging with backpack.
So it's just
Look, it's like video game rules. We don't see the backpack. It's just there.
okay. So the backpack camouflages too. Cool. Made
The
out of
backpack is hammer strength.
oh, maybe it has lore. Maybe it's made out of the dead skin of my comrades.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you'd like?
Sure.
Is that what you'd like?
So is it like pieces? It's almost like carapace backpack,
Yeah.
or is it skin?
Pieces of carapace.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Splish's bubbles start petting.
comfort.
We should really find a permanent solution because I need to keep doing that like every hour or so.
Yeah. And it's a cantrip or a spell slot?
It's a cantrip.
Okay, at least that's got going for you.
Right.
But I
so
need to find water every time.
So Nikki finds Char, hands over her dress that she did not fold at all because she doesn't know how to do that. She's like, "Hey, can you hold this? I'm gonna see if I can scout out, you know, the
Shady things?
shady things." Yeah.
I was gonna say, does she know what a house is?
Yeah, I'll watch it for you, Keeks.
Oh.
You've gotten a nickname.
Ew.
I will set it. I might set it on the ground just so I can keep an arrow knocked. You know, I want to.
Oh
keep
yeah,
you,
for sure, for sure.
You know, cover you from a distance. And
All right, just make sure you don't hit me because watch this, and I'm gone.
Make a stealth check.
It'd be so
Let's
funny
see
if
how
he saw
gone
you.
really are.
Oh, no.
Stealth check.
It'd be so
Oh no!
It'd be so funny.
8.
21.
Oh, yeah, no, he saw you.
Like, oh, that's fun.
Watch this.
Tries again.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah, you realize he sees you, and there's a moment of like, that should have worked. You kind of breathe, roll again.
All right, that was a warm up. Watch this.
Come on. Okay.
Okay, 18.
That's a lot better. Like I was nervous the first time.
I was worried.
I'm glad you tried. I knew you were joking the first time. I thought so.
Right?
but-
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Glad I got your opinion because none of these goobers would have told me. If I
That's
just,
true. I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what a goober is. What is that like a?
You're no. Disappear.
Oh yeah.
You're already gone. You just walk
Sometimes-
away.
He's just talking to air
Actually, what
right
you
now.
can do to show that there's stealthy things happen. When people are
Oh.
invisible, I'll do things like that over their character. So you could do that
Oh my gosh, that's so
for
fun.
funsies.
Yeah, so Char's just talking to air right now. I could just walk
You
away.
It'll be
walked
here
away.
soon. It was, yeah. She went. No, she
What?
went a little later.
Why
but
would you wish that upon
Actually,
him?
no, I'm not sure. Check Live 365. It's been 10 minutes.
Wait, check like.
Oh,
Like
she's
this
pulling
is-
into the parking
Yeah,
lot
we're
right
good.
now.
We're
There
good.
we
You
go.
want to go
Almost
help her carry it in? You can.
Mission.
Look for a Tesla. Yeah, dark gray.
Packing.
Great.
God,
Unlike the Toyota that someone else drives.
Okay, buddy.
That's,
Stalker behavior.
I have a Toyota that's light gray, and I have a Toyota that's dark gray.
I know both of
What-
those.
I've seen both.
I've seen
Every
both.
move.
I've seen your Toyotas, Greg.
Step you take, gotta be watching.
That's good. Wait, hold on.
I've seen your Toyota.
Not to be confused with Senor Toyota.
Yeah, add that one too.
I swear we're playing a game here. We don't have 80%
We're very-
of this not connected to plot at all.
We're very serious about the plot of our story.
I am very intrigued.
The lore.
That wasn't sarcasm, by the way.
I'm so
I
intrigued.
couldn't tell. So anyway, so you were going stealth, and what are you
Yes.
doing in stealth mode?
I realized I didn't really tell any of these guys about it, so I'm just gonna go up.
I imagine you like throw a punch in the air.
Make a perception check.
To be fair, I didn't say anything, so
You're allowed to punch the air.
Once I make my perception check, can I react and try and punch the air like I'm punching her?
Hey,
Depends.
food. After this.
What?
Did you roll?
Yes.
yeah.
No, I meant what did
Nice.
you roll? I was finishing the sentence.
No.
Pizza's here.
That was not a nice laugh.
Nah, it's because there's a term for that, but I can't remember it. I should know. Where one person starts
No,
a line
you're
and the
fine.
next
I was
person.
playing with it.
Anyways,
Chain reaction.
So with that, with a 12, yeah, no, she definitely surprises you, and you're saying you want to punch her, so make an attack
Punch the
roll.
air now.
Can I dodge?
Well, that's why you have an armor class.
Oh.
What'd she roll? A nat 1? Okay, so here's what happens.
You
so
swing
Claire's
wildly.
like, and you are like in practical joke mode, and she's
Right.
like, bah! And she like swings. What weapon are you swinging?
I'm not swinging.
You're
I'm just
punching?
That's just her fist.
You're like default punch.
Yeah.
And as you go to
Punch.
punch, you throw yourself off balance.
Oh, God.
Roll a d100 for me.
Oh dear.
Nat
Hand
ones
me the
as they
ball.
are.
Hand me
big
the
one.
orb.
71?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
alright. That's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's it.
71.
It rolled away just then, but it was a 71.
It
Yeah.
was a 71.
Yes.
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 71
Yes.
is the final answer.
Wait, how are we both keep looking at
Because I'm hungry.
Oh, okay.
We're like, they're stealing our food.
Okay, we'll see what that 71 means when we're back from our pizza break.
Find out
Sorry,
next time.
Thursday night watchers.
Find out next time.
Going live. So, pizza aside, or in our bellies, one of the two.
Some of us take forever to eat.
I normally do.
Oh, valid point. Sorry. For most of us. Didn't
Except
realize
for the
I've
one.
got the Boxo
Nat 20.
Nature
The
Bakery.
box of Nature's
Bakeries.
Bakery thing
Yeah,
bars.
as a camera tripod mini thing here for the. Anyways, so
Where's the map?
you all are coming up upon this farmstead. You've done a perception check. We had a nat 1 to swing at a friend when you were surprised. You slipped. There's a little more to slip on here. Wet rocks as they are in this area.
Or mud,
Or mud.
as they also call it.
Yeah, but it's rockier soil.
Wet
so
rock.
either way, with a 71, you do, and a nat 1 on that roll.
Beer. I'm
You
taking
do
damage.
slip. But
unless you hit your
with
jaw.
a 71, you fall in such a way as to kind of end in a Spider-Man pose a little bit.
Come on.
Cue the theme song.
Do you want to make a performance check to see if you pull it off, or if anyone notices it as
She immediately
something
goes, yeah.
accidental?
Mid-chew.
We both have to pull up the stats
Sure.
It's on my phone. I just swiped away the tab on accident.
I still think it's hilarious how, like, on Monday campaign, you gave me the best stats.
I didn't
Yeah.
mean to.
You gave what?
Because she made pre-made character sheets for Monday's, like, campaign, so, like, I got one randomly beforehand, but we learned afterwards that I'm the only one who had a plus to everything. I didn't have a +0 or negative modifier to any.
I rolled manually most of them except
Nice.
for her.
Except for so it was great for me, not great for everyone else.
Nice.
Make that a 12.
Okay.
Slightly above average.
You fall, and like maybe a little kid somewhere sees it and thinks like, "Oh wow, that was really cool. Did you see that awesome punch move?" And you watch as like from a distance, like there's one of the like younger, like 4 or 5-year-old goblins or something. They're old enough to kind of be participants, but not nursing care kind of thing. And so you watch as they kind of like now they're starting to practice the punch into the drop roll.
They
And
do the
so,
split.
hey guys, look what I just learned from them. The cool kids.
The cool kids.
The cool people who are saving us. Check this out. I didn't know fighters fought like this. Look. And you'll watch as he like does a punch, or actually roll a d4.
Oh, I forgot about
That kid's gonna get drop kicked.
that.
One.
Okay, yeah. So it's a go. So
Answer is yes.
it presents masculine. So hey guys, watch this. And it's like and then like into a tuck and roll, and then like ha, like he like gets down on all like in Spider-Man pose. So it's now become an official move.
The goblin.
I'm happy now.
Just picturing the Tobey Maguire picture of the blink face.
I call it the rose.
Rhymes with gross.
Rhymes. We got that. Rhymes and gross.
And then
We both went to make this.
So at the you're still kind of surprised, like this kind of all happened very quickly, and you're hearing him, and so like it's a moment where you're processing everything, and so you'll hear him do it again, ro sa, and he says the saw when he ends the move. I've taken this way too far on the storytelling. We're gonna bring it back now. Okay, the ro sa officially is a new punch to Spider-Man pose tuck and roll move. Anyway,
Sorry about that.
so now you see, and then as you go to turn back to the focus of your actual, right now.
The focus of our
You can
quest.
hear 4 or 5 young goblins
The youth.
doing the rosa punch and roll.
This is what all the hip kids do.
That's how real fighters fight.
That's how all the hip fighters fight.
So with that, it only takes one. It only takes
Only
one
one.
true believer.
There we go. I finally got the picture
All right.
of it.
Right.
Where's my food?
Sorry.
Right in front of my
So what are we doing?
I'm trying to
Amazing
tell
question.
these people
Okay.
what the plan is without freaking them out too much, and I already failed.
Yeah,
So,
like
she's-
a scare, like a cat springing up when faced with a fearful situation,
Right.
or like how my dog reacts to anything bad happening.
So Nikik just saw Bella Rose do this absolute flip that she isn't quite sure if it was on purpose, but she's
With
gonna
an
like,
intimidation roll.
don't punch me.
Oh, Nikki.
Hey,
What?
I know you
Okay.
can't see me right now, but this is part of the. Can I make like just my head appear?
Just your head appear?
Yeah, like
That seems
just
more
take my
disconcerting.
head
Like
out.
just a floating head.
Yeah,
Are you?
You can
this is
haunt
just
people that
stealth,
way.
right?
yeah.
So-
just to let her know where to look.
So you kind of blend the
How
rest of your
many
body
spells
in
do I
completely still,
have?
and
Yeah.
then do one of these numbers.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And so now it takes a moment to see something other than just the head wiggling, and it looks like a floating disembodied head, and then you see the rest of it.
Hey, girl.
But this is just stealth, so yeah.
Yeah.
This is what happens when we don't have message across the entire group.
I need you to get message. Make it
You
so
need
much
to
I don't-
easier.
you
I don't
need to
believe in
download message.
I don't believe in magic.
Yes. What?
You have a voice in your head
Were you
that is
trying
like
to
of a
communicate
god.
us with something?
Right. Yeah. So, sorry. Get the other one over here, if you would.
I'm right here.
Oh, hey.
They're standing probably right next to me.
I'm like
The
right
other
next to
one.
I'm on the other side and she apparently can't see.
Hey.
Peripheral vision isn't the best.
Please don't hit me with your wing. I'm right here. I got a plan. See, it all seems kind of sketchy right now because everything's gone quiet and we don't really know anything about this place that we're walking up on.
Mhm.
Here's what I'm thinking. I can stealth pretty well, as you can see, or
The
not.
rogue is looking at her stuff.
Leave me alone.
So,
Everyone forgets Dakota's technically a rogue.
I'm more of a steely rogue than
Yeah,
a
than a
sneak
sneaky.
around
I
rogue.
feel like those need to go together.
yes,
In my world.
if you want to,
Pickpocketing.
I can scope ahead, or you can do your flying thing and scope with me
I can al-
ahead.
I can also turn into an animal, like a small animal.
Yeah, but what if there are hunters out here and
I
you
don't
just get
Well, if something happens to me in animal form, I just turn back into myself.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Yes, that is.
Oh, well,
That's why I was completely fine from the explosion
I
earlier.
was wondering about that. Anyway, how's
I'm
that sound?
affected.
That sounds good if you want to go ahead and stealth ahead.
I
It's
could
up
go.
to you
I
what
could
you
go on the
want.
roof if you guys want me to.
Yeah, sure. Just make sure you don't like fall through or anything. I don't know how
Yeah, I
sturdy
should
that
probably
roof
test
is.
how sturdy the roof is.
Yeah, I would do that.
All right, me and you going out. All right.
I'll just leave
And
the
you just
goblins
sit
and
there.
everyone else.
You get to watch from a distance, see if something happens in the windows.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
Keep the children safe.
watch the
Okay.
children.
Please don't shoot Baba Yaga. No.
See,
no.
she gets them confused too. It's not me.
We're gonna call that in character too, because
Yeah.
it was mid-sentence. So yeah.
Please don't. I mean, the other one.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Gobby.
Gobby Wobby.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't
one,
shoot her.
I make no promises.
That's not a good sign.
Two, yeah, I'll watch the children. Do you want me to wrangle Char in and have him help me watch the children though?
He's gonna be watching. Just he's gonna be ready with an arrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
All right. You, me, let's do this.
Alright.
He disappears.
So both of you
Recommission,
make
go.
stealth checks now.
Stealth. Okay.
Yes. As the carapace
Oh.
creature and the
That did not.
My stealth is
winged
the same as.
woman,
Wait.
um,
Yes,
go
it's the
into
same as my
hiding.
It's
nature.
been a while since I've done this. Okay.
Oh, I got 20.
Oh.
Plus
oh,
4.
You got a nat 20, huh? I got an 8.
The two sides of the circle.
The two sides of the coin.
So, in the process of like moving over to like show off your stealth to your friend, you somehow manage to like kick something up or rub against like a
me too.
berry or something that's extra bright and is throwing off
God
the
dang
color
it.
palette of your carapace and making it not come across as naturally
Oh,
stealthy
come
right
on.
now.
Is this
But,
the cabin? Or is that?
What is the cabin?
Which
And-
is the
Where are we
cabin?
moving?
So you guys don't know yet. You just see a series of.
I assume
so,
that's a silo.
So that's the silo. That's basically just a grassy knoll.
Okay,
Watch out
okay.
for JFK on the other side.
Oh, no. Dakota immediately face palms.
Maybe this
I-
is a cabin.
By now.
It was yeah.
It's
sometimes.
interesting looking at the map and there's just random blobby pieces. Like I
Yes.
don't know what that is.
AI.
That's right.
I know, this
'cause
is what AI
You haven't
creates.
explored it yet. Who can say it's showing the haziness of your ability to perceive
It
that
looks like a
area
weird
on the
rock.
map? You know.
Something happened.
Like
Just the
fog
sad
of
little
war.
narwhal.
So there's no need for okay, yeah. So Azara, are you flying? Okay, so part of the
I'm
reason
like kind of going towards the roof.
yeah, and the sun was beginning, I think, to set. It was getting close to
Well,
dusk,
mayhaps.
but not quite. So part of that is making it easier for Azara to kind of fly and not be as noticeable because it's creating interesting shadows because of how our wings are hitting the light. So what are we going to do here?
As a random aside, what is the phase of the moon currently?
Like right now,
Yes,
real life.
tonight.
Oh.
Not in real
In-game?
life. I don't.
In game.
Oh.
In game.
I think.
Roll a d100 and see what phase
Well,
of the
I feel
moon
like
it
I
is.
think I've said this, so I'm calculating a little bit because I think I said there was something that mattered as far as moon phase.
Roll history.
Because when Gabi Wabi was out and going through the swamp, and you guys were with the trolls, I think we said that there was not
Really
a lot,
quick,
not even
I would
a lot
like
of
to point
moonlight.
out this is a fantasy world. There could be even 2 moons, and
Ah,
one of them
yeah.
is full and
Well,
one
yeah,
of them is
but then
half.
I'd have to be really creative, and
Well, then I would have to have creativity.
so you're saying that the moon could have more than a traditional 20?
Or it can just be a longer phase
Yeah,
of the moon.
it's like a slow. Like that would be. Anyways, that has all kinds of cultural implications. Like a week and a half of like no moon. That'd be interesting.
That actually sounds kind of peaceful. We're just dark outside.
Where it's just the darkness.
But that's like no street lights or anything.
Oh, that.
We have torches, and also there's still stars.
Stars, yeah.
There's just no moon. It's
Terrifying.
still terrifying. We both are like, that sounds really nice, and you're like, that sounds terrifying.
I was afraid of the dark.
Okay, so
Of course, I was afraid.
I was petrified.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when you take the music nerds
Then
and
I
set them
will.
and set them up for it.
so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong.
We might get caught.
I learned how to get along. Took that too
Copyright
far.
slam.
Copyright.
That was I linked into
Demonetization.
the hernia at the end there.
Took physical damage.
Prize a single set here.
Moving on. Okay, so you guys have stealth checks, and you're kind of stealthing up to the first building here, right?
Do you realize that you're no longer camouflaged? Or are you still like, yeah, I got this?
Not if you don't say anything.
That was said out of character.
I was out of character.
So if Azara would notice, like, wow, that's not
That's
stealthy
bad.
at all.
That's not doing its job.
And
think
you're
she's
being
doing
super
it
stealthy,
great.
but yeah.
I'm just watching her.
Are you just not gonna tell me?
I'll
So-
cast message.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not shouting, you're invisible into the night.
I think I'm doing great, guys.
Nikki,
Huh?
Nikki, I'm one of the
Namir?
voices in your head.
You're not Namir. What do you want?
I'm telling you. I'm just going to tell you right now that you are
Huh?
visible to other creatures.
What? No, I'm not.
You very much are.
Nuh-uh.
I am an eye in the
Oh,
sky. I
can't
can
hear this. Never
see.
mind.
Really? Look, I haven't done this in a hot minute. Let me know. Let me know when I'm like.
Why is she doing?
Done?
Make another stealth check. You can make it with advantage because she's giving you kind of pointers along the
Oh,
way.
well.
Well, you may not need
Or
that
feedback.
advantage.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Let's take
That's
the
much
dirty
better.
20 over the now.
One.
Done.
Okay, and so as you approach the building, are you going through the front door? What are you doing?
Can I look through the windows? Are there any windows?
There are windows.
Can I look
Make
through
as you go up to the windows. In this one, they are not. This building doesn't have glass window panes, but it has kind of 6-inch by 3 foot tall. Almost like they're not archer turrets because I don't want you to think that that's. But they are gaps that are like 6
Okay.
inches by 3 feet. That you can
This
see
is
in.
called me waiting my turn.
Oh, you're raising your hand.
Yes. But
Hi.
see, her hand raise is like the way some people, like how people doggy paddle.
It looks like a symbol she's doing, like, you know, like halfway between something and sign language. Looks like that.
So, yes.
The one
Dakota,
thing
what
I
did you
remember in
have?
sign language is that,
Can I
and that's
make
spelling.
a general perception check to see if there's like any danger nearby while they're trying to
That's
like
right.
stealth away.
You can make a perception check. It will happen after they've gotten close enough to look into the window. So you see the window. It's
Jump scare.
the base of the house foundation is about 2 feet off the ground and has these steps going up to a door where you're at. or this building. I said it was a house, but it's a building. So the door, and then there are every like 10 feet or so. There's these little 6-inch by 3-foot kind of gaps in the buildings. And so when you go to peek in, were you gonna do a perception check? Is that what you got?
I don't know. You didn't tell me to do a perception check.
Okay. Well,
I
so
can if
said,
you
are
want.
there windows? So yes, there are windows, and they look like that. There's no glass.
Okay, so it's just like
So it's
little
just like,
gaps in the house.
Yeah.
It seems very
Okay.
safe.
Nice. That's.
It seems
Friendly.
safe from the winter storm.
Can I look for like
What
any
the
sign of
heck?
life? Because like smoke or fireplace or something like that. Would that
I
be
think there was
perception?
a smoke.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 16.
Yeah, so as you peek in with a 16, some of the natural light is coming in around through the various slots in the building wall for this. And as you look in, you can see that this building seems to be more of a storage space, and has a table, a couple, like 2 or 3 tables, a couple tables with series of projects on them, almost like a workshop. As you look through, you can see on glints off of various tools from the wall on the back side of the this building.
Okay.
But yeah, a series of different like woodworking. You can see a little bit of sawdust kind of thing.
All right. Now what
Someone
we're looking
who likes
for.
to work with wood.
Do you want to know this is there? Would we know that about her?
And then Bella Rose sees. Actually, what was your perception?
Bella Rose can see it from there.
Okay. 18.
Bella Rose
With
can
an
sense it.
18, you can actually you had a. So both of you, so your friends are being very stealthy. If you didn't know where they were because you saw them leave, you wouldn't be able to tell. But their shadows. So you watch as like the shadow of Nikik peeks up in and sees this. And you're generally looking at this area for what again?
Like danger. Like if anything's
Okay.
approaching.
Things that would be dangerous. What would signal danger to Bella Rose?
Like a ruffling of a bush or like something moving that usually doesn't move.
Okay.
Oh, weeping angel
With an
situation.
18, everything you can see doesn't appear to have that sort of like it's not like there's like some sort of hidden movements out of place kind of stuff. It generally on the outside appears kind of like a farmstead. So yeah. With an 18, you get the sense that there is, aside from the silo, you can see the corner of a building far off, a water well in the center, and then what appears to be more of a barn. So you think you have like a larger building that could hold livestock, but it's awfully quiet if there's any in there, and then what appears to be like a domicile house of some sort as well from where your vantage point is. And you can't see that building that looks like it's got cotton balls in it.
Okay.
So yeah.
You guys are the ones leading the pack at this point.
Oh, that's true. Well, she hasn't. Are you gonna be looking for anything in particular, or just?
I'll look and see if there's any signs of life or noise in like some of the other buildings, like specifically the more house-looking one.
Signs of life or noise.
Or noise, yeah, because I don't know, some noise might mean that there's something living there.
Okay, are you going to travel closer or try and look from here?
That feels like a logical question. I don't feel like I should get too separated from the group, especially if something happens. So like maybe slightly, but mostly still staying backwards. So like about there. It's like she's at the window and I like went slightly to
So do
the
you
side
go
to get a
over
better
the
view.
roof or do you go
Yeah, I'll
around?
go over the roof. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you going to
Somersault
perch on
now.
the roof or are you going to?
I'll just. I'm not sure if something's there still.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
so
float
you're
over
kind of
the roof.
floating over. Okay. And so are you looking in that other building? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes, the one
Okay.
that kind of
The
seems
cotton
more
one.
house- The cotton one. The
Gotcha.
cotton one with the very interesting infrastructure right there.
Yeah.
So, what you see as you look there and make a perception check.
Okay. Hello,
I have a feeling
perception.
a lot of
Ooh,
perception checks are going to be made.
No, that landed on the side.
Well, you could always just run into a building and see what happens.
23.
That sounds like a very Nikki
With
thing to do.
with a 23, that is pretty excellent perception. So as you're looking, that building doesn't have the same slitted windows as the one that Nikki is looking into. So the one you're floating over has a different setup. The building in front of you appears to be a solid stone building all the way around except for the roof. And there are no windows. It appears like there's some sort of door on the opposite side, and you can only see it because there is a large opening in the ceiling that seems to, as you float just a little bit higher, you're not sure, but it seems like there's some sort of pool of water inside, and you can see the door on the other side. But it's dark and there aren't windows. It's a rock structure.
Hmm.
The 23... that's still all you would be able to see from where you're at. With the 23, you do notice the well. You can tell that the barn building is the one on the back near the rocks or whatever, near the silo. So that's a silo and a barn, and then what appears to be more of a domicile house is like this one right here. I'm like trying not to.
So it's just this random stone structure with like a little bit of water at the top.
It is a solid stone building with a roof that has like a 5-foot by 10-foot opening in the top.
So there's water on the inside.
Yeah, I know.
Do you choose to share this?
Yeah, I'll share that.
information?
I'll share that with Nikki. And I don't know if you're far enough away. I need to check message real quick. How long is message? Oh, that's 120 feet. Yeah, I could tell you, both of you.
Okay. Like both at a time, or?
At the same time, or like
Can I
one
make a
after another?
group chat? Only they can answer me separately, but still.
Oh.
They can't hear each other, but they can both hear me.
Oh man. Okay. Cool.
It's like an at everyone.
Literally. So paraphrase what was
So, guys, there isn't any life in this next, not really building, but it seems to be an entire stone structure that just has a hole in the top of it, full of water, and there's no doors or windows to it. That feels like a weird structure to have.
Ritualistic.
Yeah.
The one I'm looking in, it doesn't. It seems like a storage place. I don't see any signs of life though. Seems empty
What,
right now.
like, what is in the storage
It's just
thing?
like-
projects?
Yeah,
Or
like projects, like all laid out on tables,
Yeah.
like desks and such.
Does it look like anything nefarious, or does it look like woodworking?
Just looks like woodworking to me. Like there's some tools hung up.
Are they bloody
They've got-
tools?
Look, girl, home girl.
Look, I'm looking for something suspicious.
All I see, I can't really tell what the projects are from where I am, but I can pretty confidently say that this is not our building.
I think the building that's the closest to a housing is like over there. I'm gonna point towards like this area, or like the area you said. I think you said it was this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
The other seems to just be a well, and there's a barn, and there's like, it's weird to have a farm that doesn't have, or at least doesn't sound like it has any livestock.
you're right. It
That
could be
sounds
abandoned.
wrong. We should check the other one first still though.
You want
see
to
if
check it
is-
together, or
We check as
Oh,
one.
okay.
And you're not there. You just get to hear what the group's doing.
you can just hear
Leaving
her
me
side.
behind.
I like how you could decide to come too, but you didn't.
I'm gonna let you guys do the
Exactly.
double check
Are you guys
before I
talking
move.
to each other? Like you're in the conversation or no?
It's like a group chat.
Yeah.
Yes, I cast look, message is a cantrip, so I casted it twice.
It's just a talk with this person, relay information.
Yeah.
Talk with this
So
person.
it's kind of like
relay
they can.
information,
It's
talk
kind of
with these
like
people.
they can both hear me, but they can't both hear each other.
Yeah.
It's like the tin can on a string.
Yeah, so when I'm talking to her, all she's getting are her responses.
Yeah.
So I can kind of context clue my way through it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Can I cast message to Nikki? Just
God.
make this a full three-way channel.
You
Gotta gonna have to catch me
certainly-
first.
I like to think that it's like, you know, like how microphones layer if you have two things, like if a phone calls a phone right next to it and it sounds
Yeah.
echoey. I
So-
imagine it's
Yeah.
like that for Nikki.
So you're casting message
exactly what I
to
need.
both of them or
Yeah.
to Nikki?
to both of them,
Okay.
technically.
So let's just have, and Niki's not casting, she doesn't believe me.
I
Nikki
can't do
can't
it.
do
So let's
anything.
have you two make Arcana checks for me. Just, I mean,
How skilled
it
are we
shouldn't
at this?
matter, but since it's kind of,
Blow on the dice.
What's my arcana?
as opposed
Oh,
to
it's a plus.
sneezing on it.
Oh.
Why did you have me blow on it?
Because I thought it was gonna work like Greg did when he. poked
I'm
my
not
dice in the head.
Greg.
I'm not great.
There are verbal components and there are somatic components. So, what is the,
10.
okay.
13.
13?
Oh.
Okay. Nothing terrible happens, so we're good.
Okay.
Nothing
we
amazing happens
overload
either.
her brain.
We
I
need to do
explode.
that.
So, yes, you managed to have a stop and start series of messages between the three of you, and the plan is to what?
Have them move forward to
Okay.
the is it to
that
the
one.
next
And
house?
are you
Yeah,
going
to
to
the-
do anything or relay
You're
any
just gonna
commands to the
watch.
goblins?
I'm just gonna be like, they're moving, like, to basically everyone be like, okay, we've checked these two, like, houses or, like, buildings.
We shouldn't let them.
Buildings.
I don't think we should let them in though. First, one seems very like weird and ritualistic. I don't know
Well,
if
I'm
people
saying,
go in them.
like, they've checked them, let's not go in them still,
Oh, okay.
though, but we're gonna move closer towards, like, where they're going.
Okay.
Deal.
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 Deal or no deal. Let's go.
Okay. Move your minis to where your kind of your next position would be before you did anything else.
All the way
And
over
we'll
there.
say that if you don't tell the goblins to hang back,
Like where?
Dorvan and them are going to take up defensive positions. So Dorvan's gonna be running in around here, and the goblins are going to kind of go up onto this ledge instead of dropping down into the more
You're
valley-like.
still. I was gonna say you're gonna be all the way over there.
We will put this archer over here, and this
Which
guy.
one is Char?
This one is Char. So the archer in the middle over here is going to be
okay.
Char. As he sees you move, he's kind of making sure that he can.
I'm gonna kind of hang with Dorvan in the pack just to kind of like keep an eyes out again while they like do their stealthy thing. I'm gonna like message. Well, we'll all hear this. I go, Nikki.
Oh, hey.
Hey, the goblins and Dorvan and his pack are moving up with me.
What if the house explodes?
We're at a safe distance.
Okay.
But I just wanted to let you know
That's an
that
extreme what if.
that is an extreme what if.
What if the building explodes?
I'm just passing
And a
on the
bunch of
message so you
shrapnel.
know.
Alright.
If you can pass it on to Azara, that would be great.
Sure. And Nikki just points at Azara and nothing happens. Hey, Azara.
Also, she's invisible, so I can't even see her do that.
She's not invisible.
wait,
she's
she's just
stealthy.
camouflage.
I should
I don't
actually.
know
do
if
And
she's
I
there.
do want
Yeah, I
a
don't know
new
why you
stealth
said
check
that.
as you guys move.
Alright.
But
I should actually.
so-
tell that
I don't know
Azara.
why
if
you
you
said
stealth,
that.
make a new stealth check. What do you?
8.
I like
Oh,
just
dear.
dramatically point.
It's my third 8 for a stealth in a row.
Let's go.
Apparently.
Stealth. Also, this is not 20 again.
I hate you.
God.
We both
There's
got
a
the same rolls as
consistency
last.
here, which I find intriguing.
Plus 4.
Okay. So there's that. That
Look,
happens.
if we are nothing but
Uh,
consistent.
Cool.
I love these tiny dice.
Oh dear.
And then Bella, what were you saying you needed to tell them?
Like we're
Tell me, but
nearby,
not
but
there.
we're not like close enough if something is bad.
Okay. So you moved up. Dorvan's kind of taking a lookout position here in wolf form, and kind of you can see him sniffing.
I just kind of send a glare his way of like
Dude.
caution.
Oh.
He
Dude.
gives you a you know, in his oversized, almost dire wolf-sized
Oh, I can turn into that.
shape. You see like this wolfish like.
I like to think that sits on hind legs and does that.
Yeah.
Straight face as he makes that silly goofy grin. at
Awkward
me.
smile.
If it's
Is
gonna
it like
be
the smile that Toothless does when he's trying to mimic Hiccup?
It's kind of like that, but only on one side.
Okay.
It's like if
Oh, I
that whole
have a
smile
figure
were
of
moved
that.
to one
Oh
side.
god.
Funnily enough, I think I have a toothless figure that does that.
I love that.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be a similar thing where she kind of becomes revealed again? But I like to think that she's just bored.
It's just dramatic.
berries. And as
Like,
you lift your
she
hand up,
points
you
and
realize
she
that
gets
there's like you've
distracted.
hit your hand on like a bush or something
Oh.
of red berries, and there's like
Oh.
juice dripping down your arm that is
Ooh.
red pigment and is making it like pop in the sunshine.
That's a problem.
Just dramatic.
Just art.
Makeup.
Make sure that you don't put all the fingers out.
I know.
What's your passive perception?
My passive. Oh, I just.
Not your passive perception.
It's
That's what you
we
noticed
never
me when
use
I drove
that.
by.
it's 11.
We never use
Oh.
passive perception. Oh damn, my passive
What?
perception
It's
is
11?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I forgot.
with an 11, that's enough to realize, like, you go to look and you tuck it away, and then there's a moment where you're like, and it's not actually berry juice. You've brushed against something that
dear.
it looks like not fresh red
Uh-oh.
thing that, and you kind of sniff. It has an iron metallic
Oh.
kind of smell to
we
it
walked right past it.
No.
somewhere along the way. You're not 100% sure where.
She can't. Unless she
Hey,
just
Azara, wherever you are, can you hear this?
I like that Clara herself is looking like into a space, and your eyes are kind of glazing over as you do. Like you don't have anything to focus on. Either.
Oh, angel in the sky.
Azara in the sky with
Alright, I'm gonna
light.
assume that you heard that.
I'll cast message so she can just talk in her head. Yes.
Oh, good.
Hi,
You,
yes.
you heard that?
Yes,
Alright, I'm
no,
going
it's
in.
hard not. Wait.
Huh?
Is there anything else? You're just gonna say you're going in now?
No, I just told you.
What
I
did
was
you tell
pointing
me?
and everything, like the way you
Oh
do.
yeah, you shouted. What
I
were you
didn't
shouting
shout, I was
about?
thinking.
I get it. You're like trying to do her,
Oh, wait!
Niki's version of
I forgot that Nikki talks entirely telepathy.
Yeah.
She's like, isn't this how this works? You point at them and talk, and they hear you.
I forgot that she
Nice
speaks
job,
entirely
Clara.
through
That's
telepathy.
awesome. Okay.
I told. Do I really have to repeat myself?
What? You were just
Too far
with,
away.
with a glazed look in your eyes. You're not even pointing at me right now.
Oh.
That's a chimney.
Oh. Sorry, I thought it was very Azara shaped for some reason.
Blotting out the moon. Is that it?
Are you saying Azara's got a stocky build?
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
Or are you saying the chimney is very shapely? Like, I'm not sure what you mean
It
here.
has
The chimney
wings somehow.
the chimney is snatched,
The
okay?
chimney has an hourglass.
Oh,
Anyway.
I'll walk into that one. Okay.
Look at my arm. I thought it was like berries or whatever, but it doesn't smell like berries. It smells like blood.
Is it your blood or is it someone else's blood?
No, the coloration is all wrong for
Oh,
it to be
okay. Do you want to maybe circle back to see where the blood came from before we go into the house that probably has something living in it?
I mean, do you want to...
We could ask someone else to do it for us. I'm going to message Bella. Bella.
She just hung up on me.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Oh.
I didn't.
I just got distracted.
No, Nikki found blood on her arm. It's not her blood,
Thank goodness.
but we're going to have you look where the blood may have been. So, like, if you could, like, kind of investigate the area that she was looking in, see where there could be any blood. Or you can ask the wolf man,
Wait, I
who
could...
can sniff out blood, probably.
Yeah, have the wolf sniff my arm or something.
Just hold your
Hope it doesn't mistake me for food.
Okay.
an offering.
An offering.
I can do so. Have fun.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
This is very even.
Did you tell her to bring the wolf over here?
No, just give it a
Okay.
Hopefully she's looking in the right area this time.
Okay.
I go and find Dorvon in his wolf form, and I'm in my head, I'm like, can you hear me? I'm like, can you hear me if I just talk to him?
So for the sake of You.
For your
when you
sake.
say, you're having this conversation, you've taken one step from where Dorvan smiled at you, and you're like focused on them, and you're like, yeah, I need to go find Dorvan, and you're like, oh, he's right there.
He's still making the
Because
goofy ass
that's how
Still smiling.
This is how I am.
it makes sense, right?
I like to think he's making the same face.
He's not
So
blinking.
it hasn't been. It's been like 10 seconds, and you took one step. But yeah, okay.
I'm so distracted. I go, Dorvan, can I have your assistance with something?
You hear like a deep growl and like a nod of the wolf's head.
Okay, one
The
of
growl
my...
seems sassy.
Of course it does. One of my Nikik found blood up where she was, and now I could investigate, and it's probably not gonna be great, but I know that nose can sniff
But I
out.
know that no.
I know what that nose do.
And are you met?
I know
Are you
how good I
messaging?
know that nose goes great.
I know what that
Nose goes. Just kidding. Are you messaging him this, or are you verbalizing?
Verbalizing it.
Okay.
Hoping he can understand me.
Cool. Just checking.
Imagine he forgets English every time he transforms. That would be so inconvenient.
You forgot what?
If you forgot English, like if you're a
No, but he
shapeshifter and you
can't-
forgot
he can't
every language you
speak
can.
Is a wolf. I don't think. I don't
He
think
can
I've
do
made
that.
it where he can.
He
Speak
can do
English.
that silly little
One, it's not
like.
English. It's common. But yeah, yeah, could be French.
Yeah.
For
That's
all we
why,
know.
like, when they say common, I kind of wonder, like, in D&D rules, do they have like other languages that are common? Like, do they have something like German or French, or do they just have what we think is English?
So there are in some of the
They're different dialects of common.
yeah. And so there are sort of, and so they have like in some of the books that have like the list of types of character names, they have like Elvish, Gnomish, and then they switch to like Germanic or Slavic or
Oh.
like, and so you get like both versions of world building you could do. And like for instance, sometimes what I will do is I will do if someone's speaking Draconic, I will do it in like a Russian accent, or if someone's speaking Elvish, I'll do it in a French accent.
Oh,
Like
so I
I've done
can
that
picture.
before, where it's like it's you know. And you can play it that way, but then you risk racial profiling into a particular thing.
As long as you don't do it offensively.
But it is a fantasy realm that we're drawing on real life circumstances from. So anyways, you turn to Dorvan, you tell him all these things. He seems to acknowledge it and starts, he will stealthily move up to Nikik, not so stealthily, but more stealthy than her.
Wow.
Damn.
Because yeah, he actually kind of
Flash of red.
stumbles against like his back paw taps Bella Rose, and he kind of stumbles, which is very out of character. He's usually much more capable.
Because of Bella.
Isabella.
So do you move up with him as he moves there?
Yes.
Okay. So suddenly there's a wolf. As you're pointing up at Azara, the
Still.
large wolf, the oversized wolf is sniffing your arm now, and you'll see him kind of turn around and like sniff the ground and start moving around.
Okay.
Alright.
Are you just gonna stare and wait until you get information from him, or are you moving forward with anything else?
I think we should move forward while he does his thing.
Do you say that in Nikik's message form?
I think we should move forward.
I
while he
like to
does
think
his
she's
thing.
still like looking in the wrong place.
So you're probably, if you're whispering it, it's like you would when you're doing message. Azara wouldn't be able to hear that,
Yeah.
but Bella Rose has walked close enough so that you can't. So that Bella Rose hears you kind of point and whisper and make an insight check to see if you recognize like what's happening in her mind.
What she
What's
thinks
going
I'm
on in
doing.
her head?
19?
Okay, that's enough to go on Nikki.
In the most mom voice ever, I go, Nikki, baby, you're not talking to Azara. She can't hear you.
But I'm pointing at her.
Yes.
I know it's not the chimney this time.
Yes, but
It's just, it's like a bird. It's like a big raven that she's pointing
the
at
way
this
that
time.
you use message versus the way I use message is different because remember you don't believe in magic.
Well, yeah, because it's not real.
That's a whole other conversation for another time. But what were you trying to
We'll have
relay
that
to her?
conversation when you're older.
I was just gonna.
Out of character based her.
Older.
I was just gonna tell her, have have the door do his thing,
Have door.
and like,
Have door will trouble.
me and Azara will continue forth. You know.
Okay.
By the way, how do I look? Am I looking good? Probably not, because you were able to find me so quickly, right?
I just heard your voice.
I thought I was. Oh,
Nikki, I hope you realize I'm so in tune and I know you well enough that I can just go, oh, there she is, even by your voice.
that's terrifying.
That was meant as a term of it.
Real quick, out of character, he says the one who got tapped by Nikki and immediately swung a haymaker in that area.
Yes, but like,
Yeah, she really senses where you are at all times.
when I'm the one sensing, not when like I don't realize she's gone. Like I know you're there by the sound of your voice.
Every move
Hold
you
momentarily
make,
while
every
I
step
do the thing.
you take,
Oh,
I'll be
I'm so
watching.
jealous.
I messaged back to Zara. I think Nikki and you are ready to move on. Durvan's doing his nose job.
Thanks.
And your emotional support.
Yes, I am.
And you'll also be there if something happens.
I will be asked by Negan.
Onward.
Yes. Onward.
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 And I just kind of go on.
Or did you creep
Alright.
back in the bush?
I just kind of stand next to Durvan without being like overly close.
As he like moves around to sniff and find where the blood might be coming from. Okay. He will travel back and where's he gonna be? Probably back over to the window where Nikik was.
Yeah.
And basically when Nikik
No,
kind
she
of
said that one.
looked,
It doesn't
yeah,
matter.
that's good. Where Nikik was looking, there's a bit of blood on the windowsill there.
How did I not see that? I'm so dumb.
I'm gonna proceed to follow him back.
Okay.
Yeah, she's retreating.
Dude, you just pushed Char.
Pulling Char.
Apologize.
She like thumped into the wall of the thing and.
Nah, I probably did.
She probably scratched
Okay.
herself.
So with that's happening. Are the two of you waiting, or are you gonna move into this other thing?
Nikik gives her a signal that means absolutely nothing because they didn't communicate beforehand.
She looks at some random bird she saw. And she's
like, let's do this. And then she,
I see this. She's looking at something else and does a salute.
let's go, Chimney. And then she walks up this to the front door or whatever it is.
Okay, so you go up.
Chimney!
Let's go, Chimney.
I didn't say it like that.
Let's go, chimney. Let's go. As she knocks on the door.
Yeah. Wait, knocks on the door.
Or no, wait. Did you want to open
Hello,
I'm just gonna
evil
walk up to
spirits,
it,
let me
Okay.
in.
and I'm assuming, are there windows here? It seems more housey.
it? In this one, there are windows.
glass
and they
windows?
seem to be they're shuttered windows.
Ah, so they want to play this game.
Do you
Okay.
want to play this game?
Yeah.
Punches through window.
I punched the ground.
Punch the
Well,
earth.
that was a little.
I will punch a tunnel under the house.
Yes. Going back to my roots. Alright. You know what?
Not the plan.
Both of you made the same sound at the same time. I didn't. Apparently,
They
that's the
coordinated.
Nikik ant sound or something.
Oh, no.
The burrowing Nikik sound, or like, yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
Nikik's just she's gonna pause for a second, and then she's just gonna knock knock.
On
She's
the
still
window?
camouflaged.
On the window or on the
On
door?
the door.
That sounds creepy, just knocking
Okay.
at your window.
Knock on the table how Nikik would knock. Okay.
That seems so accurate to Nikki. Just to go aggressively, not
Oh.
even knuckle side up.
No,
It eventually hurts her
she's really awkward. I love her.
How long would you knock like that?
until she gets an answer.
Until someone answers
She's got like the side
Are
of
you
her
like
head up on the.
are you like Sheldon, like Penny, Penny, Penny? What do we?
No, she's when if nothing happens at first, she'll just get louder and louder.
Okay, make a perception.
Increasing.
Well, make a perception.
Eventually she's
Okay.
just punching the
Azara,
door.
Azara, you notice that there is knocking from the porch where
Okay.
you can't quite see because she had to step up onto a porch that had the door and like two shuttered windows. But you hear the knocking get louder and louder and louder. Do you
I was
do
gonna say,
anything?
hey, can I hear anything inside the house? But no, I don't think I can over the
No.
You can do a perception check. Yeah, you can do a perception check.
Eventually, she will punch with her knuckles.
Okay.
I'll try and see if I can like hear anything through the house. Like maybe, yeah, I'll see if I can.
And are you gonna float down or float down? You're gonna, yeah.
I'm
that-
kind of
Yeah.
still like at a side angle here,
glide
so like
down.
almost like slightly above the roof at this point.
Trying
so
to
that-
listen near a window or?
Trying to be like out of sight but still be there if she needs help.
Okay. Like peeking over the edge of the roof.
Yeah, kinda. But I can't see her because of the porch.
Okay. And Nikki, what was your?
19.
Okay.
Perception.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
I have good
Um,
perception, it turns out.
So both of
Not
you
good
hear.
strength.
So Nikki would hear a. And you would hear a little
The
better
heck?
from your vantage point because Nikki has a hard time hearing over the sounds
Yeah.
she's making. But you would hear someone,
very impatient.
A muffled voice coming almost from what sounds like below the main house
Oh,
level.
Lord.
Go away! It's not safe. No
that,
business.
that gave me 2 ideas really quickly about what's
But
going
it's
on.
muffled, so it's like, oh, it's not safe. There's no business. That's what you hear.
There's no
Even with an
business.
18, 19.
Okay, yeah. That's
I'll-
what you hear.
I'll message Nikki.
Alright, cool.
Someone, it sounds like someone's. Wait, she screams.
Did you hurt yourself?
Oh, I'm fine. No, that's in
Takes
character.
bludgeoning damage for punching the door.
Nikki, I think someone is underneath the base, like the normal floor. I think someone's like in the basement almost. It sounds like they're hiding because they said that it's not safe out.
Alright, help me kick down this door.
I'm going to quickly message Bella first. I'm going to relay to Bella now instead. Someone is inside the building. It sounds like they're like maybe in a basement or something. But the thing is, he said that it's not safe out and he's not coming to the door. So that might mean the thing that we're after is either him or I don't know, like there's something in the area and these people know about it. Oh, maybe that's what happened to the livestock. They're all dead.
It just is like for a second and goes, okay, I'll be
Oh,
right
that's probably
over.
with the blood too.
I'll be right over.
I'll be right over.
Because I'm like, in my head I'm thinking, oh, I don't know if I want them, like I trust the two of them, but I don't want them to go in alone.
I'm gonna go back to calling Nikki.
Nikki's like got her foot up,
Wait,
like ready
ready
to
to
kick down the door.
Real quick, Nikki, do you want to go in through one of the windows up here or do you want to go into the front door?
I don't know. I mean, wouldn't it be funny if someone came to the door and opened it and there was no one there? I would laugh.
We could do both. We could do like a breach and clear.
Yeah.
We could
Oh.
breach in from all angles of the house to
I
this
could dig, like,
probably innocent person. You can dig under the house.
Yeah.
I just simply go, hi guys.
Oh! Say hey.
Do you think it's like I'll
How do you
I'll
think
say
I
like
feel?
not messaging anymore? Do you think it's safe to just talk now because the guy knows we're here?
I mean,
Probably.
does he know how
I'm
many of us
guessing.
are
I don't
here?
know if that's a guy or not.
Maybe we should keep it like too quiet, cause as
I don't know. You just requested that we break the door down.
yeah, but if maybe he doesn't know how many of us there are.
Do you want me to stay on the roof and you guys try and go inside? Do you want me to break into the window upstairs?
I like the sound of breaking stuff. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do you want, wait, but you didn't agree. I do window or I stay up
Oh.
here.
Well, there is a window up there, right?
Is there a window up there if I remember correctly? Because you mentioned
When you
windows.
say up there,
Like near, like it looks like I don't know. I can't tell because AI.
it's a series
there's,
of.
like,
it's
series.
basically one. You see one level of roof,
Oh,
but
okay.
the roof kind of has like a series.
Ah, never mind.
scaled
It's
down.
just them being like stylish.
Oh.
Or-
I'll go in through one of the windows down there, I guess.
Say,
All right.
Lower.
Can we double duty kick through this door together?
Oh heck yeah! I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, as a side, Lazar was probably thinking, maybe these people shouldn't be in normal society. Like, I don't think they should be in a city if one of their first things is
Maybe
breaking
it's
and
better our
entering.
airship crashed in the wilderness.
Maybe it's best that they're in the wilderness currently.
Seems right.
They can't do damage to people.
Are we doing this?
We're doing this.
So,
Hold hands.
All three of you, or just the two of you, are
They are trying to get through the
busting
door.
in.
I'm gonna
like,
double
kinda
kick it
waiting.
open.
okay? You guys are kicking the door down. How are you entering? And are you trying to time it?
Wait, hold on.
No, we all
Yes.
can freaking.
Yes.
Nice.
What
Oh,
we
that,
consider
I
an
probably
honor
should
strike?
not.
Do athletics or just make an attack roll.
I probably should not
Do it.
cast
Just do
fire
athletics.
spells
That's
in
probably
here.
the best one.
Okay.
Oh no.
I got you, homegirl. Hey!
There you go.
19 plus 4. So,
So
that's
23 for you,
9.
9 for you.
I think
It's
I'll just
okay.
land
My
and be by the
mistake.
window
I'm
at this
sorry.
Are you
point.
gonna
No
try to
worries.
open it?
See
I'm
what happens if
gonna
we didn't do a countdown.
I'm gonna
Next time we do
wait
this, we
and
do a
listen
countdown.
through the window, if that makes sense. I kind
Okay,
of
so
like
you-
have an ear near it so I can hear them talking.
Okay.
So I'm
as-
like back up if
and
something
so you have
bad
your ear
happens.
kind of pressed against the shutter, something like that.
You guys could also open the shutter for me,
So
Why
so
would
I
I do
can
that?
see
you press
inside.
your ear against the shutter, and at about the same time that both of their feet go smashing into the front door. The average of the rolls is high enough, but let's have you roll a percentile die, Nikki, since yours was higher,
Okay.
to see what percentage of how
Door
close
is
you
gone.
are, basically.
67.
So 67, you smash the door well enough to bust it off whatever hinges it seemed to have, and it kind of swings 2/3 of the way, kind of tilted 2/3 of the way open.
Real quick,
Fist
one
bump.
aside, out of character.
Yeah.
This is, I don't know, probably an innocent person hiding from something, and we destroyed one line of defense, and two, we have a rogue who could have picked the lock.
Actually, nobody even checked to see if the door was locked.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
we didn't.
Like you guys didn't even check to see which
We just-
direction the door opened.
Look,
you just
two-
kicked it.
That's
Two
just
of them
not how
just
she
immediately
rolls.
got on the wavelength that we need to bust the door.
There must be violence.
I just
I do want you
assumed.
to make, because of how forcefully they're being with a wooden structure and you pressing your ear against
Uh,
the window,
oh.
just make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Bust her eardrums.
Sorry.
What is my dexterity? Just straight dexterity?
I'm gonna say to you.
Oh, that's not in the thing.
Over the door first before we go in.
Okay, but I'm
That's on the
camouflaged,
side.
so
12.
do you want me to go first, or?
You're not camouflaged really well, my
What are
dear.
you talking about? I fixed it. I took
How much
off the
ear damage
blood.
do I have? I
So
should have
it's,
waited to do that.
Make a constitution saving
damn.
throw now.
Oh.
12 is yeah. Make a constitution save.
Oh, my
She's deaf
constitution's
now.
also
Yes, you
great.
wiped off the blood, but I can still
Hello.
see your carapace.
That's 16.
Like what part of it?
Like,
Okay.
where
So,
your top
thankfully you don't
right
have any
arm.
like hearing damage
I don't
from
have
the
damage.
loudness, this
How about
boom.
now?
But you do like you kind of jerk away
Okay, I
in
mean,
such
so
a
go ahead.
fashion
No,
that
no,
like
I
you feel like you get a
trust you. I
splinter
trust
in
you.
your ear.
No.
Like
no.
they just like you're like it's just in there enough like you can't see it and you can't feel it, but you know you have like
Ow.
New
Piece-
piercing.
yeah
New
something
piercing
like that.
unlocked.
New piercing.
Oh.
A very
So-
uncomfortable one.
Yeah, it's like we won't call
Sorry.
it damage. We'll just say it's there.
It's
Uncomfortable.
discomfort.
Yes, it's
You are
like
now
a
un-
paper cut.
You're now
a little
uncomfortable.
bit, so, with that, you guys bust the door open.
Yes.
It is busted enough for you to kind of clamber in,
No,
or
they
you
keep
could kick it
kicking
again
them
to
in.
get it really out of the way. You notice that
What are
the
you thinking?
hinges are wood hinges.
Oh my
We've gotten
goodness.
enough open.
We're just slowly disassembling this man's
fair.
house.
So we're like, we've decided, okay, we've kicked this door open up enough. And so we do like, she stands behind me and I kind of like peek over the side of the
Oh my
door.
gosh.
Like see if there's anything running on us or like anything like.
Can I peek out above you like in the cartoons?
These two are having like a buddy cop.
And this is how we bond.
This is how we bonded.
Meanwhile, I'm slightly inconvenienced.
To, like, make sure
You've
the-
got a sense of discomfort as they are getting along so
Oh, my
well
elf ears.
from around the corner. Okay, so make perception checks.
16.
19.
Okay. Having busted in the door, you see that what windows are visible are letting very minimal light through. The most light is coming through where you are, and it's got that look of when light comes into a dusty room and things have been kicked up. Like you can see the dust floating in beams of light, but most of the room is dark, and you can see that some of the furniture has been kind of knocked aside or pushed back haphazardly or violently. It's hard to tell.
I'm gonna knock slightly from the window I am.
What were the scores again?
Oh.
Both of you.
19, 16.
No, you go first. No, you. No, you. What? 19 and 6?
19, 16.
Oh, 16. Yeah, okay. So you see those, with a 19, you can tell, like, there were some of these that, it's not just haphazard, it was violent. Some of these, like, you can even see, parts of furniture, pieces of cloth have scratches down them, and that sort of thing. With a 19, one thing you do notice is that like everything you see is woodwork. There's no glints of metal in this house that you can see in the dim light.
Oh. I'm gonna knock on like the window that I'm at so they can open and just like, can you guys open the shutter so I can at least look in a bit?
Oh.
Because I'm back up, so it'd be great if I could see as well as hear.
You can come in through the front door.
I'm back up. What did I say?
I go up to the shutter and open it.
Thank
and I'm
you.
Like, there you go. This place seemed to have been disheveled, but like not in a like, oh my god, I lost whatever was important to me dishevel, like a violent dishevel.
Violent
Can I
shovels.
request you guys look at the scratches to see what they kind of look like? Or do you want me to come in that badly?
I can do it.
I will go ahead and look at the
I'm making them
scratches.
go into the weird, creepy house before I
I'm gonna make
do.
an investigation check to see if I can see, like, try and figure out what made the scratches exactly.
If you're trying to figure out what made the scratches, you can do investigation or nature.
That actually would be nature.
Whichever you prefer.
Investigation or nature. You could ask me to come inside,
Or
I guess.
carpentry. No, I'm kidding.
Or
That's
carpentry.
different. That's different. You could do a carpentry check on the carpentry, but
It is really
Come
relevant.
inside if you want to make a carpenter check.
A what?
Set out of character.
if you want to make a carpenter joke,
Check.
Check. Jeez Louise.
If you want to do both.
I build stuff. What?
You built this weird record.
Last one.
Let's make that an 8 on a nature check.
Okay.
You just stare at them for a while, like,
I'm just
come
like,
inside.
huh?
Those are scratch marks, all right.
Do you have? Remind me. You said did Bella Rose like woodworking? Like she's good with that, or no? That was a okay. I thought you had said that. So as you're checking on some of this fabric, it's mostly like it'd be like with an 8, you can tell that the fabric is placed on these wood pieces of furniture. They are there's not a whole lot of padding. There's just a little bit of straw, and then the fabric is like wedged between two pieces of wood that have been pressed together with some sort of like, you're not sure because that's not your thing, and it's hard to tell, but you can tell that it's been kind of
Wood
yeah.
stitched together.
This floor
the cloth
without
is being
floor.
held in place, but it does have a series of slashes that in some places seem really clean, like with a sharp blade, and in other places seem really jagged, as if it were with a serrated knife of some or blade of whatever it was. So you see some really clean slices, and then some really rough slices, sometimes in the same slash. But that's an 8.
Do you want me to come into the room?
Zara, can you come here and check
Okay.
this too? Because I don't think I got a good enough check on this.
I'll walk all the way from the
Bye
window
guys.
back in.
Have a good night.
We're all in the building now. I'll just be like, fine. And then I walk in the building in the long way.
Just like, wee, all the way around.
Okay. Now we're all here.
Can I?
All together.
You see those scratches over there?
hmm
Can you
Okay, I'll go look at the scratches and kind of the room itself.
Yeah, well, she does.
Also, do I take into account that nothing here has metal or no?
You can make a perception
Okay.
check.
Then a nature check.
Whichever. So you can either investigate, perceive, or do nature. Nature was to figure out what made it, but she rolled so low it didn't matter.
Where's my investigation?
Can I look for like a set of stairs
Okay,
that lead
perception will
down
be.
somewhere?
Investigation.
Okay.
If you're doing more than looking, are you just walking around and using your eyes, or are you trying to move stuff, or?
I'm just looking around for like a staircase or something right now.
Okay, so if you're just looking around, perception.
That's
Okay.
a 17 for perception.
For perception.
Yeah.
And you're specifically looking, just generally taking it in, or looking because she said. check
At
these
first,
slashes?
generally taking it in, and then I was gonna kind of look at the scratches because I only could see it from a little window.
Okay. And it was 18,
17.
17. So you see,
I
and
should have
did you
lied.
open the shutter or no?
I went into the building.
Oh, you came in the front but haven't opened. Okay. So you see.
I just begrudgingly came into the building after staying outside.
Valid. So as you walk in, you can see kind of that same, like, the dust and the beams of light that are coming through. There's not a lot, but most of the light's coming through the doorway. Same thing with the furniture. You can see that. Bella Rose is actually pointing at slashes in the cloth as you get closer.
I'll get to that later.
And was woodworking in, like, your list of proficiencies or carpentry tools or something like that?
No.
Okay. So it's
I
just
had very
something-
haphazardly carved the thing last session.
Oh, that's what.
That was an
okay,
accident.
Gotcha. With the 17, you don't get much more than they already had, but Azara now knows what they've seen.
I know what they know now.
Mm-hmm.
And then can I do a nature check specifically looking at the scratches to see if they like look claw-like or if they look teeth or if they're just a knife. And then there's whatever these two are doing.
I'm looking for a staircase.
What was
You're
your
looking
perception?
to find
14.
You're not finding staircases.
Y'all, I don't know what stairs look like.
what are stairs? 16.
Okay. With nature,
Mm-hmm.
as you do that, you notice that some of these claws, it's a little harder the way they hit the furniture, but it does seem like some of these claws seem to move synchronously the way claws might. Some of these cuts, claw marks, that they do appear to be some sort of claw mark. You imagine with a 16, that's high enough to, like, as the slices go from clean to rough, you think maybe that it's the way a claw would have, the way some knives have like a smooth and then to serrated, that the claws have something like that. As they're slashing through, it's getting to a place where there's like some sort of ridging that would create a jagged cut instead of a smooth slice. And then Bella Rose, you had your hand up.
You raised your hand politely.
Or Dakota had her hand up for Bella Rose's.
No, in character, Bella Rose.
Can I like feel the wall and see if I can feel like anything that would like move in, like the hidden doors type of thing?
Investigation
Yeah.
with advantage because your perception was so high a minute ago.
Okay. I need you to cooperate with me here, please. I was about to roll that instead of my dice. Okay, well, that may not be needed. Well, yeah, that was needed.
That may not be needed. Never mind.
21.
Okay, with 21, and this was investigation. So you're looking at all the walls and trying to check for anything that might be a hidden trapdoor thing. With the 21, you notice one thing that is noticeable as you're trying to press on things and move things around is all of the lines on the boards are very straight, very clean, very well done. You don't have to be a carpenter to see the level of skill in this now that you're looking and pressing and touching. It's like it is smooth, sanded, like clean, like really high craftsmanship. And it is all of wood. As you go around, you realize like every wall that you're touching has this is one big room, and every wall you're touching has a window on it. So you're like, maybe not the walls. So with the 21, if it's not the walls,
It's floor.
the floor.
Or
And
the
so you're
ceiling.
looking around as Nikik's looking around and going, well, no stairs. Um,
There's
You
no
know,
stairs. I give up, guys.
you
Let's go
notice
home.
you're kind of pushing things around a little bit. You move you move a small bed out of the way, a large, kind of move it slightly. You push a mattress out of a larger mattress out of the way, some chairs, and you notice that there is a large trap door under one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and it seems to be like you feel like you might not have noticed it because of it's embedded in the floorboards are nice and tightly built, and it is made to look almost like it would, not like a cut, right, where it's woven in floorboards, but it's still a large actual trapdoor for that. You imagine that's what it looks like.
Do you still have your plate?
I do have my plate.
Oh, okay. May I borrow your plate?
Real quick before we go on, it does seem to me if all these scratches are inside, either this person got attacked or they're hiding themselves and they're saying that they're not safe.
So we
So
should go help them.
No,
I said get out of my house! It's not safe! Get out of here! From underneath the...
You see? He needs
He
help.
says it's not safe.
Go
Get out of
away!
here.
I don't want visitors!
See, I know that tone of voice.
I'm
He's
going-
being very sarcastic right now.
I'm going to suggest right now that maybe this person is trying to protect us from themselves.
I don't need
Also, did you
protecting.
ever answer my question on what phase of the moon it was?
Oh.
We just went into a
Oh.
tangent. We just went into a tangent.
I
I
think I know
remember
what's
figuring out
going
what
on.
phase it was,
I
but I
if
don't
you
know if I
told
said
us.
it or if it got
You-
buried under a variety of
Full
jokes and
moon.
conversation.
I don't think you did.
It got
Well,
buried, probably.
Make a nature check to see
Oh
how
my-
well
Make a
Azara
nature
would
check
have been
to see
paying
the
attention.
moon.
No, not to see what the moon is, to see if Azara was paying attention enough because the sun's still up.
Okay.
And
For the
now
other
you're inside.
sun?
But yeah,
I thought it was night.
it was getting close to dusk.
That's a 21.
Okay, so it is probably the 6th day into a lunar cycle. And so
So
it
that
is
means-
just barely beginning to have a waxing crescent moon.
Okay. So not a full moon yet.
Werewolves, full moon.
Well, yeah, I made that connection a long time ago.
Hairy two-legged creature, says the mama turtle.
But waxing means waxing crescent
Yeah.
means it's on the way to full, and so it's
So it's not there yet.
coming from a blackout kind of thing, like building
Ah.
from blackout, waxing crescent. If I'm remembering my science,
I mean,
Donna, forgive me if you're
I've
watching
had the
this.
suspicion that it was a weird creature for a very long time.
I'm a little stupid.
I mentioned it! Because I also suspected Dorvan for a little bit, but then
So-
it quickly went away.
With a 21 on your nature check, you would know that based on this land's lunar cycle, that it has been roughly 3 or 4 weeks since the last full moon.
Okay.
I wonder if we drag Dorvan down here and see if we can talk to the upper creature.
Dorvan's sniffing out something else right now.
Just
Ain't he?
one thing though, but like, that's quite the assumption that he could deal with a person who might be a shapeshifter because like, we don't send like, we wouldn't just automatically send, hey elf, go talk to those other elves, you know what to do.
I bet I could deal with a shapeshifter.
Do you want to try yourself?
I sorta do, yeah.
No.
Oh, okay,
For your
Mom.
safety.
Okay.
You guys were gung-ho about going downstairs before I suggested this.
Okay,
Also, real
where's the
quick,
blade?
I will also mention,
Hands with the
Here
blade.
you go.
I will mention that also the claws seem to change slightly at the end, so they get like more serrated. So that
Epic.
we might want to avoid whatever claws there might be.
I've got my weapons.
I'm gonna suspect that if the person's saying it's not safe, go outside and not go find shelter, that they're trying to protect us from maybe them or something that they know.
Tell you what, there's plenty more buildings out here.
Okay, do you want to go in? Do you want to go in downstairs?
While they're having this conversation,
You just put the
I just put the plate on top of the trapdoor just to see what happens.
Imagine the
Put the
person
plate?
inside.
Yeah.
Imagine
Where
the
was the
person
plate
above
from?
just hears a
I have
little
a metal
dunk.
plate. It's a leftover.
From where?
Look, we found it a long,
found-
long time
yeah.
ago.
With the troll! With the troll, because she
Yeah.
had metal plates,
Oh,
but she
okay.
had multiple.
Look, she
I only
found
have
some
one
metal
now.
plates like after digging in the dirt for a while for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna
So
put a
she's
metal
kept
plate
them.
on top of the found trapdoor.
Like
Yes.
the indentation, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And
She did.
Okay, and
They're having
how
cover.
are you just gonna do it and then stare at it, or like
I'm
what-
waiting to see if anything.
Here, just so you watch.
you guys? So you all watch as Nikki carefully places,
Oh.
Oh, you're
Oh
doing
my
that.
thunder!
and then you guys, right? Is it Nikki? Right?
It
Oh,
was
you did it?
Bella.
Okay,
Bella
so
took
Bella
the
Rose
plate.
takes the plate from Nikki, carefully
Rewriting
places
history.
it on the trapdoor, and you guys step back and watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just watched confused. Like, what was the?
And
what
watch.
are you doing with the plate?
And like,
And
like
watch.
I wait
Yeah,
for a
like-
second, and then I like just like stick my foot out to try and put a little bit of
It's not go away!
You hurt him.
Unless this is some sentient house
It's
I
not
don't know
safe. I
about.
wish you would just listen.
You know what? I think he wants us to leave.
Speak a little more clearly, please.
Are you in danger? Oh.
Imagine
You
they-
didn't say that loud enough for it to make it to the floorboards.
That sounds accurate
Whether
to
you
me in real
realize
life.
that or not, I don't know.
Okay. I guess.
Nikki,
And I
Nikki, do
sadly
you want to
walk-
try knocking?
Yeah. I kneel down on the floor and go,
While she's knocking, I slowly start walking out the door.
Who's there?
ooh, he wants a joke.
I turn back around.
Just leave me be.
Do you need help, good sir or madam?
We don't
With
know
the
your
masculine-
gender.
I'm beyond help right now.
So was that a no, or you need to give
Yes, it's a no. Get out of my house.
yes as in yes you need help, or yes as in no you don't need help?
I don't know if
Grunting
that's
in pain.
character under the table side or if that's correct.
It's the character. I'm enjoying it.
The answer is both.
I'm
The
good.
answer is
No, I'm fine with it. The character is making that noise.
Hello? If you don't answer, I'm just gonna come in there.
Just start to cry.
right.
You do actually. You hear like.
Oh, they leave me alone.
Oh,
Imagine if door-to-door. Well, real quick. Imagine if a door-to-door salesman broke into came into your house, broke
Sir,
the
can
door
I-
down, and was knocking on your bedroom.
can I interest you in some Girl Scout cookie?
Do you offer cookies?
Can I offer
plate?
Can I offer interest you in some berries?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Can I
Oh,
can I offer you
That's
some
no
berries
bueno.
in these trying
Disadvantage
times?
because of the sobbing that's happening.
Oh no.
No, please.
Oh, it got worse.
Oh.
5.
You're not sure that they can hear you at this point,
Just crying.
but it is a loud sobbing.
Oh my god.
I got 4 hands. I can do this all night.
I can do this all day.
The plate only moves as it's jostled around by her beating on the floor. The plate does not appear to have any magical properties in this context. Was there something else you wanted to do with the plate? Or to the plate? Or near the plate?
Or near the
Insert preposition here.
I don't think the plate works.
Can I try and talk to the person?
You can. What would you? Are you asking them or are you asking me?
I'll ask them. Like, can
Yes,
I?
you go right ahead.
She's so curious.
Make a contested persuasion versus. No, I'm kidding.
You have my permission. Go ahead.
As you continue knocking, I presume.
It's like trading. It's like with a hostage negotiator. Like, here, let me try.
Well, maybe we could help you, and I don't know how locking yourself. How could locking yourself in your basement by yourself be helpful? Maybe we have a lot of people, and there's we could maybe help. But we can't help if you just lock yourself in the basement with who knows how many food.
Make
Also, I don't think she's going to leave you alone, unfortunately.
Are you still doing that while this is going on? Make a
Yeah.
persuasion check with disadvantage because of the
I-
noise
I
pollution
know.
between the sobbing and the knocking.
Don't worry, I'll try again with message in a minute.
I add a third hand.
Oh my god.
I just picked
Okay.
the plate up off
First
of
one-
the ground, and I'm like, I can find the nearest place
okay.
to sit and just watch this happen.
Dude,
That's a
that's my
12.
plate.
A 12
I'll give it back to
persuasion.
you.
12 total.
Okay.
Keep hearing sound effects.
It keeps getting.
So the sobbing decreases to just like just gentle kind of. You hear what little you can hear through it. You can hear it like every now and then, almost like the shuddered sob.
I think you've given them a mental breakdown.
What did I do?
That.
Knocking?
Did you stop just
Yeah. I didn't do anything. He's just sensitive, I guess. You want me to try again?
No.
Oh,
I think we should lay off for a single moment.
I'm good at comforting people.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Who have you comforted?
Like, I gave that one kid a knife. Remember
That's
that?
not comfort.
He seems pretty nice. He seems all right.
Stop! I just say, stop arguing.
That's enabling, not comforting.
Stop arguing.
Well, then I'm good at enabling.
Yeah, you
Char
are.
seemed like an obvious choice, but okay.
Oh,
I'm just kidding, I'm just
kidding.
I forgot the question,
No one
guys.
else is there.
I just continue to say, stop arguing.
Actually, what's the guy's name? I wanted to say Namaste, but that's not what you
Namaste.
said.
Namir.
Namir.
Is the
Namir's
god.
like, Jar could count, but
Oh yes, Char. Yeah, I just remembered from the voice in my head. The really masculine one.
Are you okay?
What it? Oh yeah, No, I shouldn't tell him that. That'd make him worse.
So were you gonna
Okay.
Hold on, everyone. I'm getting a.
Were you gonna open the door? Or you just gonna beat on it? I'm
What
curious.
door?
Yeah,
Oh my god. She thinks she's just hitting the floor
I
right
think that's all
now.
he would say right now.
I like to think that means that Nikki just thinks she's hitting the floor because she put a plate there.
On the floor. Sorry. Okay, yeah. Is that J-Lo? I can't remember.
Yes, it is J-Lo.
You know what? I'm just gonna rip up the floorboards. All
Okay, I'm going to take a step back towards the doorway.
right, let me get some leverage on this thing.
You're strong. You don't need our
Can
help.
I help her rip up the floorboards?
Sure, you both gonna try and lift the
This must be
trap
terrifying
door.
for the guy
Yeah.
underneath.
You pointed out to them. Okay.
Yes.
Again, imagine a door-to-door salesman breaks into your
It
house.
would be athletics together. Yeah, both of you roll athletics.
I got good athletics. Bonk. Kiss.
Lick kiss.
Hey, we got the same thing.
11s!
14. Oh.
So both of you
She
rolled
rolled
11,
strong.
but yours
No,
goes
we
up.
both
both
rolled
rolled
10.
Okay, 11, 14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because there's two of you,
And double the arms.
You
Yeah! Actually, triple the arms.
Triple the arms.
Triple the There's many
that
arms.
does distribute the force differently, so that's meaningful. Between the two of you, as you lift, you can hear the flexing of. You can feel the flexing of wood and hear it as it kind of squeaks and grinds against each other. And
that's
you
not a good
manage
noise.
to. You can feel it ripping, and you manage to open it about that far.
That's a good starting point.
And you can see just darkness underneath,
Anyone like
Hold on.
and the floating dusties. Though they are getting dimmer as the evening light seems to be in the process of fading into full dusk soon. Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to cast Dancing Light Switch as an illusion cantrip. You can create up to 4 torch-sized lights
Are we
within
flash
range.
banging them?
No, but it's just gonna be like little balls of light that will like go down in and
Do you
like,
want him to be flashbanged?
yes.
Not
Just
letting
as
me
an
finish.
aside, because I have a solution.
Okay, give me your
It's
solution.
too late. No, she already started casting
No, you
this. She has
can.
to say what
I
it
was
is,
just saying
and
I could
then
add extra to it.
But I'm just gonna like send the lights down to see if we can like see anything through the hole.
Okay,
We're,
so
Like
you
a
send
retcon.
the the 4 dancing lights down. Okay.
Imagine how traumatized this person must be from all.
Who cares?
Who cares?
I'm just gonna scream down. I'm sending lights down. Forewarning. To be nice.
Oh, my heart now, leaving me alone.
Leave me alone, please.
I swear I didn't mean it. And so Tegan, what were you doing is, so make a perception check.
Oh,
while while Azara's doing something.
I'm standing like a bit back away just in case they get angry.
Okay.
16.
Okay. So you didn't have anything to add to the dancing
I
lights?
could do light, but that's a blinding.
Well,
this is the
Moonbeam.
backup plan. Moonbeam.
it's Moonbeam all over again.
That's the
Please
backup.
don't
That-
incinerate
That's
him.
plan C.
That's like plan like F. Of,
Early
like, last minute plan.
We'll call it plan
Cremate
D.
that man.
Cremate. I thought you said, yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-made
Okay.
that man.
That's what I heard.
Cremate? I
Yeah.
heard cremate.
I also heard
Yeah.
cremate that man.
I heard pre-made that man, but I realized it was wrong and cremated.
Make
was-
that man.
Azara, smite that man.
So with a 16, as you stand back at some point, with a 16 and your dancing lights, you look through, and your dancing lights create enough light for you to see that there is kind of there's some sort of wedge mechanism that's holding these, like the kind that you see on master-crafted woodwork, where things are like wedged in to lock things in, etc. You know, force and whatnot.
It doesn't matter how masterfully crafted they are, we continuously break them.
Yes, you just beat.
We
It
haven't
into
even used our spells yet. Imagine how much damage we
Anyways,
can do.
so you're busting through. You can see that that's part of the mechanism holding. Like there's not a metal lock or any sort of bar. But as you look through, the lights also reveal what appears to be a completely closed-in stone, from what you can see, stone basement area with no windows. And in the corner, the dancing lights, you're swirling them around, and you see like a glimpse as
Like
you're
a
taking in
helicopter
everything.
searchlight.
And there's there's like, at first it's like the first pass of these kind of dancing lights moving around to show you the room is just a big boulder, and then like it comes around again in the second flash, and there's like some sort of discolorations around it, and they settle, and you realize that there's a almost like Hunchback of Notre Dame type figure, like like what's it like? Is it
Gargoyle?
No, it's like whoever the main character is,
Igor?
the actual Hunchback. Like he's got like a slightly deformed face and body.
I almost said Igor, that's the wrong thing.
Yeah, I was like Igor, something like that. Yeah.
I thought Igor was from Frankenstein. Is it Igor? Was that correct?
I feel like that
Quasimodo.
is, right?
It was Quasimodo.
Quasimodo. That's what it is. So
I'm
has
thinking
that
of
kind of
Igor.
feel like that kind of look to them, but like elderly and
This old man.
and kind of pinned by this oversized boulder into a corner of the room.
Oh.
We're breaking it
With-
down all defenses.
With a series of wooden shackles and chains, or stone shackles and chains. Sorry, stone shackles and chains.
Stone chains?
And a boulder, yeah, kind of pinning it into a corner.
Stone chains.
Is what you see through as you look through the little sliver of a platform or whatever that you've opened.
What do you see?
There's a
Trauma. I see trauma.
I do see trauma. I see there's a very sad
And sobbing,
Man,
So-
question
like
Sad.
wetted tears, ugly
like
cry moment.
sobbing hunchback kind of disfigured person almost. I can't tell quite exactly what they are, like if they're like us or like rock gnomes or something else. But they're like they've got like stone chains on their arms.
How does that work?
I don't know.
I don't
I
understand.
don't know.
Well, you carve the stones.
You carve all of them individually. Damn,
I
how
don't
does that
know,
work?
but something is telling me he just needs someone to talk to.
I also think he needs maybe a break curse or something like that. I don't know. It seems. Do you think He did it, or do you think someone else did it to him? I'm gonna assume that he did it, maybe.
Like he cursed himself.
Not that he cursed himself, that he like imprisoned himself down there because he said
Ah.
it's not safe, and then we broke down every single barrier between him and us. Did you want to get Dorwan?
Bug sneeze.
Bugs
Bless
knees.
you?
I thought you said bless you. I thought you
Thank you.
said bugs knees.
No.
That's what I heard. What did you say?
Bug sneeze.
Oh, okay. I heard Bug's knees too. I got confused.
I thought she was like joking like the bees and knees.
No.
And I
That's
was
actually
confused.
funny. I like it though. Bug's knees should be a
That's
saying.
a
that
saying,
Nikki
yes.
says.
The bug
In the
knees.
bug
But
language.
Nikki doesn't respect bees, so bugs.
Whoa,
Maybe
whoa,
not.
I didn't say
Oh,
I
maybe not, maybe
respected
not.
She's
bees.
bee
It's the ants
racist.
that I don't like.
I mean, yes, but I don't know. Something's telling me that there's more to this than we know, and I feel like we have to get down there to ask him.
Yeah, you guys first.
No, you can change into like a worm or something and then go down
I
there.
can't turn into insects.
I said worm.
Worm is an insect.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't. You're asking the insect? What's an insect?
You're a humanoid insect. Dude, that doesn't mean you're entire. You know what? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna go take a smoke.
No,
You
we're-
get one.
while you guys are arguing this, everybody.
Where'd you get those? Where'd you get a cigarette from?
Everybody roll a nature check.
Okay.
She just pulls a cigar out of nowhere. 'Cause she
Oh.
doesn't have clothes.
No.
Can I please have advantage?
No.
Can I
Would
please
you roll?
have a reroll?
I haven't rolled yet.
Okay. And that one.
I can't count. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17.
Okay.
The countermeasure.
So
The bug has no nature.
you know this, but for flavoring of the game, Nikik is vehemently, passionately arguing that a worm is an insect or isn't. Is not an insect.
Not an insect.
And in your mind, like as Azara's doing this, you actually realize you don't have anything you can bring as like arguments. And then
We thought it was a lot sooner.
was it Namir?
Namir, yeah.
Namir.
And the mirror is helping you in your argument.
So Namir like senses the gap in your mind and is like, not to be overly intrusive, but a worm is not an insect. Insects are a specific class within a larger phylum of arthropods, characterized by their three-part body, head, thorax, and abdomen, 6 legs, and usually wings and antennas. Tell her that. Tell her that. Also, worms, on the other hand, encompass a variety of
like that.
invertebrate animals with elongated, soft bodies, and they belong to a different phyla,
What is a
like
worm?
Annelida, or Nematoda, or Platyhelminthes.
Thank you, Namir.
I mean, he's very
Take that, nerd.
I'd like to point out.
So as she said, the difference is like she has no proof and has a voice tell her the right arguments, and you're arguing. I think a worm is an insect, and in the
I was
back of
just
your
saying,
mind,
I
you're
don't
remembering
think
like nature lessons from grade school.
I think I was just
They-
saying like I can't turn into insects. Is what
Yeah,
I
and
said
then
originally.
that implies that you think that a worm is an insect. And that's how this argument started.
And so you'd know
You
like
started
you know,
an argument. I was
80% of
trying
what
to
I said.
figure out.
Yeah, so take that.
Also, I can't.
I
hear-
win.
I can't hear whatever voice is in your head, so you didn't say anything for like. You didn't say anything for like a
Oh.
whole minute. So I'd like to say you might be having conversations in your head.
30-second pause.
It's just, I like to think just glazing stare.
and like you were in the middle of arguing, and then that happened, and so while that happens, like you're totally in your mind, and the rest of you are just sitting there hearing the sobs from underneath the floor, while like Nikik has a moment of information delivery from whatever person
And then when she
thing
comes
this
back,
is.
she just says, "Ha, nerd."
While they're squabbling.
Yes, just like that.
While they're squabbling, I'm gonna take the butt of one of my
She said.
daggers and try and like see if I can break the wood anymore to like so
Okay.
it has a bigger hole for us to like get through.
Make an attack roll with your dagger. Okay, so so nerd, and then Azara clarifies, I just can't turn into worms. or insects very well. Is that what you said?
That's what I was trying. That was my argument. Is that I'm just saying that I can't turn into those. I can turn into animals.
I'm wondering if you can turn into a giant ant.
Ooh. I can turn into dinosaurs.
You know what? Make a,
No, I have the
Crush
list.
check the list, and like, if it's on there, it'll be like, as this conversation goes, you're like, I actually never thought of doing that before.
I
but
can
now that
turn
I
into
think
a crab.
It's basically the same thing.
There's also frogs. Oh, I can turn into a giant fire beetle. So yeah, I can turn into
Heck is a
something.
fire
So
beetle.
then it like opens, so you almost are, you almost don't want to admit that she.
Oh, I can turn into insects. I just can't turn into a worm. I can turn into like a scorpion.
So
and
you
stuff.
admit it.
So
Not
there's,
to you. I don't say this out loud.
there's a part on the inside that goes, I didn't realize my potential till Nikki made me think about this.
I will never admit
Tell
that
her
to her.
that.
So yeah, you can choose to hold to
I
the
like to
lie,
think-
but it'll be a deception check if you do.
In character, most of the time when she was learning how to turn into animals, because she is from like a group of druids, that she only was taught animals, and then she thought, I could turn into insects actually. Now that you mentioned
The
it,
group of
I
druids
could
that
try.
raised you were just a bunch of furries. They didn't. They didn't really
we
like
didn't have
actual insects.
we didn't have that many insects as like an example,
they're like,
so we're just
why
like.
would we want her to turn into something not
That-
furry and
it's
fluffy?
kind I will say like this also rates how like useful they are, and most of them are small little insects. So like it was another thing of that's not that useful, so you probably don't need to know that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because look, what's more useful in a fight, turning into a velociraptor or turning into a little scorpion?
I'd say the scorpion personally.
I like to think that
Meaningful life
Nikki.
question.
I like to think that Nikki doesn't know what a velociraptor is.
No, she has no idea.
The guy's I could turn into a giant wolf spider.
Yes, yes.
That sounds scary.
So, did you make your attack roll?
Yes, 21.
Okay, roll your damage.
Hey, do you know what a worm is?
6.
What is a worm?
Make a
turn
raw charisma check.
Oh.
6 damage to the lock will allow you to bust one side of it, and so it, one of the wedges kind of falls as you hit it just right. That it still seems to be stuck, but you can feel like it extra flexible as you pull on it a little bit.
Can I try and hit it like on the other side of it?
Yeah, are you gonna try and lift it now, or are you gonna try and hit the other like wedge on the other side?
Hit the other way.
Okay,
Damn.
so make another attack roll, and then
9.
so not paying attention to you at all.
Not paying
Wow.
attention. Still hears a voice in.
Yeah, just kind of tune it, like not. Yeah, you hear random, like intermittent. What is it? All of my heart, please just leave me alone. I'm so sorry. I can't believe it. Things like just like sobbing, crying, like these random phrases, like you won't leave me alone.
I think you want someone to talk to.
I think he needs emotional support.
Momentarily, I'm getting there.
Can I
Holding.
make a check kind of to see, does this whole setup look like someone put him there or look self-inflicted kind of?
I feel like that would be.
Would that be investigation?
Well, you'd have to be down there. It can be perception or insight, which I think might. Yeah, perception or insight.
My perception is higher, so it's gonna
And
be that.
then-
Wait, no, it's insight. I'm gonna do insight.
23.
With what damage?
Oh, not 20 plus 5. With insight is the
And a 5.
Okay. So you managed to hit that other wedge, and you can tell that like the door is openable now. And I'm assuming you start lifting it? Okay, as you start lifting it, it gives you a better view, and your 21 insight is, the question was what again?
Does this whole like situation in the basement, does it look self-inflicted or like someone put him there, kind of?
With the 21,
25.
25.
Yeah,
So,
I got nat 20 plus. I have a 5.
Oh, I don't know how I heard that differently, but cool. With a 25, you your insight, you're looking at the whole setup, and you're like, and the like, you can't say for sure, but you feel in your kidneys
In my
strongly,
kidneys.
right?
In my kidneys,
down in your
specifically.
kidneys,
Ouch,
right?
My knees.
My kidneys.
Sounds like something the Keek would say.
Hey.
That's actually
Yeah.
Noella.
That too.
My Nikki.
My
My Knees, my Nikki.
My Nikki.
You. It looks like a prison of this person's own making. There's a moment where something. It almost looks like they're like hand marks, claw marks, hand holds, or something that where it would have been necessary, like where it's been scratched into stone almost. And there's just it's almost like it's an engineered situation. The amount of effort it would have taken on the stone, and I'd say with a 25 insight, bless you, you're gonna get to make a nature check as well.
Oh, okay. Yay.
Because you're having this extreme sense of intuition as you look into the hole.
Intuition, go. I like to think that you're
Bye,
still
guys.
eyes glazed listening to the guy arguing in
In your head.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
yay.
Inside it's just all over. I know, it's just a really easy song to
It's an 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Okay, a 22.
This has been,
And this was nature?
yes.
Okay. There is
I have
okay.
decent nature, I'm just saying it's not my
The
best.
stone, the wood, the minimal amount of metal, it indicates that something about this creature or whatever, there's purpose in this, and you know that there are some creatures who respond strongly to certain types of metal. Sometimes in very positive ways and sometimes in very negative ways where they have where it's almost deathly.
Yes.
And so when you're seeing stone shackles and and like the insight into how much time it must have taken to make those actually
Crazy.
work and be strong and find the right stone and carve it just right.
I hate that.
Yeah, there's something about this creature that is either extra vulnerable or extra strong with. There's some sort of interaction with metal. You're not sure which direction it goes. Even with the 22, it's not a lot to go on.
As a character, I know that at least most of them are negative reactions.
Yeah.
Because off the top of my head, I think even vampires and werewolves are both weak to silver. And then there's also fairies who are weak to iron, etc., etc.,
Yeah.
etc.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Are you just
you've
still
opened the
breaking at
trapdoor.
this?
She's Azara's having this kind of moment of realization
Is there
in her
any-
mind.
Yeah. Is it
Who wants to go
in her
deeper in
kidneys?
there?
your kidneys?
Kidney
Oh, your
thoughts, you know?
kidneys.
Kidney thoughts.
Kidney
That should go
failure.
in the book. Kidney thoughts.
You're allowed to have kidney thoughts when you don't drink alcohol.
Deep,
Kidney thoughts is getting written in
deep
the
kidney
book.
thoughts, yeah.
Kidneys. Kidneys.
Kidney thoughts.
You are Knuff.
You were I'm
Your
like,
kidneys are Knuff.
is there like a ladder down at all, or is it like just
There's
Sheer
a series.
drop.
There's like a step ladder.
Like
A
the,
series of
the
steps.
trapdoor would have a ladder, right?
I'm gonna proceed to go down.
It's not on the trapdoor, but there's a
Oh.
ladder there.
I'm gonna go down.
We have caution to the wind when we see someone who's
No, I
walking out.
said don't come in. You're gonna make it worse. Don't.
He has a lisp.
One
He's
of
got a
those-
very disfigured
Look,
face.
one of those words sounded very
Oh.
differently.
Lisp?
I'm not gonna say which one, but it sounded very differently than what I thought it was. Carry on.
You making
Carry
fun of his accent?
No, I'm saying I thought
You
it was
make-
a slur.
Whoa!
I'll have to
For a
go
split
listen.
moment.
Now we have to
Okay.
kill this guy.
No, this guy just said slur. We have to kill this guy.
Wow. Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
Maybe it's just my brain playing tricks on me.
Please don't come down here. Just stay where you at.
No.
No.
It's
Approaches
almost
further.
dark.
And Belarus puts on her most like loving counselor face.
It's time to be matronly.
It's time to be
Motherly.
Motherly.
I said matronly, that's not the
I
word.
thought you
I'm
said
looking for.
Megan, and I was like, did I miss?
Time to be
I didn't see
Megan.
that movie, but I didn't think that was part of it.
It's time for you to be
Automaton.
Megan.
And I kind of stay at a distance from where he is, and I'm kind of like hoping I'm going the right way because I don't know
Okay.
if my light. I don't think my light stayed because it didn't cast for longer than like a minute. So I'm gonna
It
like
hasn't. It's maybe they're still around. You got a few seconds.
I'm gonna like try and go towards him, but stay close enough and say, I hear you, and I understand that you're wanting
my
us to
goodness.
stay away.
But I'm gonna ignore
You
you.
don't understand anything.
Oh,
You don't get it. You're in danger.
Why are we in danger? I want to try and help you out of this danger, other than my own.
You can help me by letting me die here. I need to starve to death. I can't eat anymore. Oh my God, what did I do?
I'm
Just
gonna
say the word,
quickly
Bella.
message her.
Okay.
Do you want me to get Dorvan? Cause I know he's not like a full-on like werewolf or whatever.
I
but,
don't
like,
want
I
your
don't
blood
know.
on my hands, and I can't ask you to put my blood on your hands.
I think this guy may have been accidentally killing people as like a beast.
I have blood on my hand. Well, it's more of on my arm, but it's not mine.
No.
I look at Nikki. Can I say, can you do me a favor?
Did she follow you
for
down?
sure.
Just
I
to
feel like
say
I'm
that?
like peeking down still. Like I'm not. I
You're, like,
didn't
sticking
follow.
your arm down in the hole.
Here, look.
I go,
Look at the
and
blood.
I try to tap up on her arm, like, can you please go get me Dorvan?
Oh.
Okay, you get Dorvan. I stay here
Sure,
and
I
watch.
guess.
Are you
You
going
gonna be
down
okay
into
with
the
Mr.
hole?
Mopey down there?
I'll stay at
I've
the
got- I've-
entrance
I've got
still.
the druid who knows how to turn into animals, and so if things
And
happen,
knows how to talk to people.
and
She doesn't know how to turn into a worm though.
Okay,
That's what really throws me off.
That's a conversation
Maybe a
for a later
boa
time. Will you
constrictor,
please
but
go
that's
get
different.
Dorvan?
Yeah,
I will go
Counts
get
as an
Dorvan
invertebrate,
for
I
you.
I can turn into a
Catch
boa
me
Boa
sprinting
constrictor.
outside.
I can turn into a weasel.
That kind of doctor.
A weevil?
A weasel.
Oh,
If you're lucky.
I like how this specifies you can
Well,
turn
no,
into a
this is my
flying
mom's lucky
snake.
part.
I don't know if
course.
your
That
character
sounds
survives.
scary.
I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. I'm sorry.
Quetzalcoatl.
It is
Quetzalcoatl.
true,
That's
though.
like, it's like a snake with wings. It's like mythical.
Where the sunlight won't shine.
That's not
What was
Dorvan.
the other one I was
That's
thinking
true.
of?
There's a
Uh,
difference.
Quetzalcoatl.
so Nikik
A Quetzalcoatl.
gets her message and just
Oh, a Quetzalcoatl.
books it out of there to go find Dorvan because
Okay.
she's feeling
Dorvan
useful.
was already heading over in your direction, so
Oh,
you don't have
okay.
to. He meets you at the porch, basically.
Oh, okay.
Get yours back there.
Hey. Oh no, not you.
What? That is scary.
Hey, so he'll like yip or growl a quick response like. "Hmm."
Oh, that was weird. Can you like talk to me or
That's weird.
something?
Stop that.
And you hear like a wolfy sigh.
You know how a dog dramatically sighs?
Yes.
I don't appreciate that attitude. However, I came here with a mission, and that was to tell you to come over here. Seeing that you're already over here, I think I did my part.
Oh my
Oh,
Don't do that.
Oh my god.
so good. It was like I got
Am I supposed to pet you or
Oh my god.
I don't know?
Maybe we should.
like I have a wolfy shoulder.
Maybe she was the wrong person to send. Maybe this is just-
So that takes a bit of some time. That takes 10, 15 seconds. What are you doing?
I thought you were about to say minutes. It takes
Minutes.
that long.
Minutes.
Years.
Time warp.
I turn to him and I go, okay, I may not understand what you're going through and what you're saying and why you're saying that, like, you don't want our blood on your hands or your blood on our hands, but I think we may have...
No. Okay.
Just interrupts me.
No,
Okay.
no, okay.
No, let's not.
Let's think.
It seems to me, from an outsider's perspective, that you kind of locked yourself in here because you were blaming yourself for something that happened. And you saying blood on your hands, are you saying that you believe that you did something out of your control and you want to prevent it?
Make a persuasion check with advantage
In character.
because Bella Rose is like cutting through some of the static, and then you sure
17.
say that.
22.
Oh, thank goodness.
Look, I put everything into charisma. You're saying how did I build my character? That's it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's not that I think it is. I know it. I experienced it myself. You need to leave before it's too late. I can't stop.
Can I kick the rest of the
Oh
door
my god.
open?
No!
You come back
And
just
make an athletics
Look,
check.
Dorvan needs to be able to get in there, and he's He's like,
He's a large wolf.
he's a large, dire wolf.
Imagine like this
What's the
tearful
opposite
little
of dire?
confession, and then immediately runs back to the room and starts crashing.
Make the athletics.
Okay.
Okay, so
What do you mean? The kick is
so
helping
how do you
so
guys
much
respond
right
while
now.
Nikik is about to kick something? What are you guys saying?
I'm about to kick it clean
What's-
off its hinges right now.
Imagine you
What was
run
your
past
attack roll?
everyone.
24.
Wow.
Oh my god!
So yeah,
Me.
You kick that thing straight through.
Roll a d6.
Okay.
That's to see who the
1.
Okay.
That's to see
You
who the
kick
hinge
it off
hits.
its hinges, but you manage to do it in a way that like slams it into the ground instead of kicking it toward
Now you're gonna startle the thing.
other
more.
people in the room. So,
But
The-
I did it like, yeah!
Yeah.
so you all are having this conversation. He's sharing what he shared, and then there's this
And I,
as the door comes flat.
Can you imagine just immediately?
I'm just immediately like,
We have to send her out like a misbehaving child.
yes, because sometimes she speaks and she doesn't think when she speaks.
And then Dorvan's head pops. Dorvan comes walking next to you all of a sudden because you were focused down there, and his head pops in over the door. Again, he's like in dark.
I'm
You know,
aware.
yeah. Takes up much space.
Big, big head.
Big head,
Big head.
small brain.
Big head is small
brain.
Jeez.
Did you say that in character?
Moderate.
Knowing
Okay.
the kick, she has no filter.
She
No.
probably did say that in character.
Bye, guys.
She said under
See ya.
her breath.
It was
Yeah,
good to see you
thinking
Monday.
thinking he couldn't hear it, but again, he's a wolf who has very nice hearing.
Also, I
so-
like to remember that you speak telepathically, so you would have deliberately happened to choose
Yes.
to choose him.
We'll probably
Yeah.
sit
To
here
say
with
that.
the car. Okay. Don't forget to. I already
Reset the thing and stuff. Cool.
Yes.
Yes. Covered. Like a baby in the blanket. It is covered.
Okay, Dwarvan.
That is not Dorvan's voice.
That is Dorvan's
This is up
voice.
in the nasally
That-
voice.
that-
It's not
that's
quite.
Dorvan's
We'll move
cousin.
forward.
Dwarvan's cousin.
Dorvan's just like,
Dorvan's
"Whoa."
Oh,
It's Dorvan's
man.
cousin.
Yeah.
Dorvan Jr.
Oh.
Navrad.
Dorvan's cousin, Morvan.
More.
Navrad. Bye, Noella.
More car instead of Dorvan. All right.
Dorvan.
Cargon.
Okay.
I'm Sauron.
What is.
All three of you roll percentile die.
Oh.
What is a Titanother?
What is it?
Whatever this is in D&D.
Oh no.
I don't know what that is, but it says I can turn into it. Don't know what that is. I don't know
Something
if
about
that.
a mammoth?
It says it has more hit points than a mammoth.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna take. Wait, what was it that I'm
Girl.
supposed to roll? I got distracted by weird
D100s, percentile die.
stuff.
We're done.
Okay.
Okay, that's great.
We're done.
I'm sorry.
That's great.
What is taking you so long? Anyways,
We finished 10 minutes ago. 87.
it was like Nikik in her head just a moment ago, but in real life. 87?
90.
25.
All right. Okay.
I'm playing golf over here, guys.
Okay.
I'm going by golf rules.
87, 90. Okay. So,
My knee hurts, please.
okay. So, the light continues to dim as the sun goes down. What are you guys doing?
I'm just kind of like,
And Dorvan pops in.
I'm like, hey, Dorvan.
Hey, Dorvan.
You may have to shapeshift back into your normal, and I start to mock it.
To mock or
Oh.
accidentally fall into
You
it?
accidentally fall
Which
into
is two different. Okay, so.
out of character mock, in character fall into.
Okay.
We may need your help with a little something.
You would notice this change of accent that she speaks toward Dorvan.
Just stops and gives her a side eye. Just
Dude.
Okay.
It's a habit. I pick up people's
a little
accents.
insensitive.
But I don't mean to. We think. Can you explain? Because I'm losing my train of thought. I say in character.
Okay.
There's a mopey guy
As a side
down
note,
there.
this is what they look like, or whatever that is.
Okay. Okay.
So, side note, I can turn into that later. Not now.
Levels away.
Level,
Later.
very many levels away.
Lloyd.
Okay, so
The void. The void. Okay, you want me to explain this whole situation?
Or
you
I
just
can explain it.
No,
I don't think Nick Cake should be allowed to explain it.
Dorvan transforms back. Well,
Close it.
so it's a clearly so my
hope so.
smell is indicating that the blood is in this area, and
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Can you please just explain the situation?
but you don't
Who
need
found
my
it?
wolf form right now.
Okay,
No.
no. Okay, so the situation at the moment is that
Transformed
we.
into my handsome mug. Yeah.
He has clothes on, right?
I'm going to ignore that you said
Yeah.
that.
His clothes go with the transformation.
I would
so
hope
just
so.
take.
He keeps. It depends. Like you can play it. You can role play it how you want. But
Look,
his
as a
clothes
druid,
come
I
back into
always want
normal
my clothes
position.
to
It's a
come
little
back.
different. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
Yes,
Thank
I'm
Namir.
here. I'm here.
Thank
I'm here
Namir.
in the form you prefer most. So what can I
That's
do for you?
debatable.
Oh.
Wow.
I'll keep this
Like
in
it when you
mind.
don't speak. Out of character.
Now I have to speak to him.
Now I have to speak to
I did hear about you and the others. I know you prefer to shapeshift as well, so that's
No,
fine.
I've
Anyways,
rarely done
what
that.
did you? What is it? But you did
Okay.
that one time.
I
too,
did it once.
and he heard about it. That's all.
One time. Okay. Third time was the charm. So basically, we decided to investigate the house-looking building, and so we came in here, and there was a guy shouting downstairs about how it's dangerous and that we should go outside because we're not safe. So we instead so, like the adventurers we are, we decided to come in the building instead. So
That sounds like something I think I'm understanding you would do. Okay.
yeah, especially those two. Not to
Whoa,
point
whoa.
fingers.
Hey.
I do.
You literally pointed your fingers at them. when you said-
Dorvan understands.
But okay, so what would you like me
But
to do now?
okay, getting to that
Oh, I'm
point.
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm polite. I apologize.
I pet him when we were
No.
outside.
In character, Nikki.
I fed him when we were outside.
I just had to get that off my chest.
You didn't want Char's like Char's looking from the cliff going. I'm kidding. All right.
It does seem very pettable.
That's great, Nikki. That's so crucial.
Just-
Okay, I was trying to. I've been cut off 3 separate times.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Then we found this guy down here locked in stone chains, and there's no. I've noticed that there's no. Oh my god, metal around the entire place. And it seems that he's locked himself in here entirely willingly, and he's crying about blood on his hands. He's crying about how he doesn't want to hurt us and all this other stuff.
He's a crier.
So we're like kind of like, with all the claw marks in the room above, we're kind of thinking maybe he can transform into something, kind of like you can, but less control. So we were wondering if you had a perspective to give this sobbing creature in the corner.
Sobbing creature in the corner.
I don't know what he is
I
right now.
am certainly the king of comfort as far as it goes. But
See, that's what I said.
We both went,
We just groaned at Dorvan's statement.
But
Dorvan has not given us any comfort in his prison.
It's either me or him, okay?
good sir,
Oh. Oh god.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no, he's got a roleplay book.
didn't realize it until I said that. Now I'm thinking, you did it again.
I have succeeded.
Second time we've done this to him.
Good sir, it appears you're in a predicament of your own making.
Whoa!
From their details
That's what
that
I
they
would've
give
said.
me, it sounds like perhaps you are a flower.
Huh?
Huh?
Do
That
you
does
change
not look I
shape
know.
at the dark moon?
Is he speaking common still?
Yes, he's just using words we
A
don't know.
flower is like the opposite of a werewolf. It is someone instead of changing when you have the full moon, you have change in the dark moon. And I can only think that if he's concerned about it now, after we just had the dark moon.
Yes,
it-
that's fine though.
So, sir, is this a thing? I don't know what a flower is,
No! Stop talking to me!
but it's always when it gets dark. Yes, I think that's right.
Why doesn't he
So a
just turn on red?
Flauru, for those listening in, a
Okay,
Flauru
everyone.
turns like a werewolf similarly, but on the dark side of the moon. Now,
The dark side.
the dark side of
And
the moon.
Mulan.
Oh, that's different.
what
Okay.
I'm thinking.
But the challenge here is that we are about to have nightfall, and he has pushed himself into a corner. I imagine he's suffered some sort of violence to himself and others, and perhaps that is the blood. But
Perhaps.
the reason for the metal, to answer your question, is
I assumed that most werewolves don't like silver and stuff. I assume like it's maybe a bit different
you
for
are
a
on
flower.
the nose, my
I was
wee
gonna say
friend,
it's a bit
and
different from for
but-
flower. Is it the reverse?
but reverse it, yes.
so it makes them
So
stronger.
to stab one with a silver anything, or to slice them with any sort of metal, actually strengthens them.
Ah, I can help him.
Instead of killing them, it
What?
becomes the opposite.
They get revived.
They are strengthened by the
Yeah,
presence
no, I
of
thought we
metal.
were helping him.
Oh, so that's what he got rid of it. That kind of makes sense because he wanted to
Nah.
be kept away from people.
Nah.
I didn't know. I just started using the tools, and it was fine. And I found my work was so much better. I could hit harder with my tools. And then the whole month went by, and then all of a sudden I lost myself.
And meanwhile, these two.
Just cackling in the background.
That was
About
an
him.
out of character statement and cackle.
I was gonna say it would be kind of funny if it was in character because this guy is sobbing his heart out and then he just starts
I
laughing.
have a little more decency than that.
Nikik doesn't.
Well, duh.
We know
but
that about Nikik.
Whoa, whoa.
You
That's
can't.
hurtful.
You can't confess that and then be alarmed that we knew that already. Anyway.
Can I help you?
I don't think you can. I'm not sure that you can.
Oh, thank
You're
you
welcome
for
for
translating.
doing both voices.
Oh crap.
This is what
But
we forced
perhaps
Greg to do.
I don't have knowledge in this area. But I will say it is dangerous for us to be here for certain.
Okay, we should go then.
Yeah. I was gonna leave it there, but then you're like,
Okay.
do you need something?
That's good.
But yeah, so we'll say we'll end with this literal prisoner's dilemma as the end of the episode today, and we'll return next week. Yeah. And next,
After we forced Greg once again to voice himself talking to himself.
Two different ways.
With two different
Indeed.
voices again.
okay, and next Thursday will be the official answering of life questions to for the 430 subscriber mark. We'll do that next Thursday, assuming I can get here and set up at a reasonable time. But I continue to need questions, so send me your life or relationship questions or things you think that will just make me feel really uncomfortable to answer live, and we'll see how that goes.
Oh, you just gave me my weekend plans.
Nice.
Yay.
All of them anonymously.
No, they'll be like actual questions, but like.
But they get more insane over time.
Yeah, basically.
And if you didn't already, answer the question of the day, which is, what's one random fact you know?
I mean, I answered.